Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GyalDem City meets ManDem United. I am joined by my fabulous, wonderful co-host, best friend, Man United fan, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm joined by him. I'm going to eat because I'm hungry. So yeah, I'll let you take it away. How are you today?
I'm good. I am blessed. How are you doing? I know you was on Man City TV, so shout out to the Man City TV hierarchy. Love to Yan City, because I can see some of the Manchester City fans in the comments, so that's good that you brought some of them over with you. So salute to you. You out here working, so I got to give you your flowers on air like I did off. So see that? This is why Yan City is on board. Not only is she talented, she's also bringing more people to the channel. So I appreciate that, but it's late. It's 10 to 1, so that's why she's chowing down on her noodles. So if you're new here and haven't seen the show before, what GyalDem City meets ManDem United is just a crossover of both podcasts. So you get GyalDem City every Saturday. It's normally noonish or just before noon, where Yan City and Rose discuss Manchester City in depth. Whereas you get ManDem United twice a week, which is myself and JV, and we discuss all things Manchester United. So you get on Tuesday and Thursdays. So Friday, this GyalDem City podcast meets ManDem United. It's just a crossover where we discuss both Manchester clubs. I'm saying kind of a rivalry thing, but really me and Yan City ended up teaming up to banter everybody in the comments. This is really how it works. We're supposed to be going at each other, but then people in the comments make us team up. You know what I'm saying? And we're opposition sides. I big up all the Dortmund fans who were in one of the last shows also saying Manchester City with an easy draw and that. Yo. That's mad funny. So for those that don't know, the last week's show we did, obviously it was the Champions League and Europa League draws. So obviously City drew Dortmund, United drew Granada, and then we had Dortmund fans in the chat speaking German. Salute to all the Dortmund fans and all the Germans going at me because I was sending for the Bundesliga, talking about Manchester City at the easy draw, blah, blah,
They're going to win 4-0.
Yeah, they was talking the most. They was talking the most.
Do you know what? If we do beat Bayern Munich, if we do beat Dortmund, I'm having a full stream for the Dortmund fans, innit? Come at me. Because the way they're going on. Because I wasn't even saying Man City are going to win. I was saying it's a difficult game. And they came on, throwing their shade.
They threw bare shade.
It's easy to beat City. Oh, mate, honestly.
That was the funniest thing. If you was busting your gun and like downplaying Dortmund, I would have been like, all right, cool. It makes sense. But you was being respectful, saying it's a tough tie. Being your usual pessimistic self when it comes to Manchester City, even though you're the favorites in the tie. You're like, it's going to be a tough tie. They've got Haaland, they've got Sancho, etc. And then Dortmund fans were like, yo, we're going to beat you 4-0. City at an easy draw. City with a team we wanted. All of this. I was like, rah. Okay, I'm like, it's good to know that banter is going on over there in Germany as well as it is here in the UK. But yo, love to everyone who's locked in. You already know what to do. If you're watching via the YouTube, you already know what to do. Whether you're new, whether you're regular, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all the socials and make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell when you do. Make sure you subscribe to Yan City ENT also, because we're back on there Monday for doing the most. But there's a playlist for that show and every other show on the channel. Big up Dupe, who was here, who says big up. Big up to Dupe. Andrew W says, just come over from Man City Fan TV to see what this is all about. Not heard of you guys before. Now, yo, big up to Andrew first and foremost. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope you're here for the long haul and hit the notification bell when you do. Big up my G Deviant, who says like and share the video on social media. Subscribe to all the featured channels and check out the Sarcasm City membership. Facts, the membership is available. The link for the membership is underneath, and you get the ability to buy Sarcasm City merch, guest appearance on a show of your choice, guest appearance on a Q&A, shout out at the start of certain shows, etc., etc. Many great perks. Big up Man City Fan TV in the building, says good luck, Sarcasm City TV. Thank you to Yanni, who was excellent as usual tonight on our Friday night social. Andy with flame emojis. Big up to Man City TV.
Andy.
Yeah,
big up to Andy. Go make sure you go subscribe to Man City TV.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a subscribe to it actually. So you lot can follow suit. I'm a subscribe to
TV.
Man City Fan TV. I think Andy was bannering me actually when I told City to fuck off when they beat Everton. I swear it looks familiar. I swear he popped up in my ads. Let me know if that was you. Because everyone was loving my joy when I said that. And you see that? Let that be a teachable moment. You see why I am the way I am? Because when it's me, no one defended me. I had bare people in my ads. That tweet got bare likes. You know what I'm saying? People was bantering me. All Yan City jumped on it straight away and that. You know what I'm saying? Love you, babes. That was her. You know what I'm saying? Is what it is. Big up Charlie.
Then
says
you
hi,
told Man
guys.
City to F off, so you're gonna get Man City fans coming at you.
Yeah, but it was sarcastic though. It was really
Do you know
meant in
what?
a sarcastic
To be honest,
term.
like all the United fans that I know get mad at me because I'll just quote tweet it, and like my timeline is full of City fans, so they'll just jump onto it. It's like.
That being said, they was friendly with the banter still. Like no one was like personal or anything.
Yeah,
like,
they're
they
not
understood. Yeah, they understood what I was saying in it. Like the responses I got at the time were hilarious. But when I looked at them back the next day when I'd calmed down, because I was just frustrated at that point in it. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, whatever. Big up my big bro Sugar Puff and my beautiful, beautiful flower. Big up to my Don Ryan. He says big up. Mustafa also says big up. Ryan says, I'm glad you two have made up. I don't want to be that little cupcake stuck in the middle of your beef. Nah, no beef. You know what I'm saying? Right, there's hella City fans in there, innit? Salute to you lot. The formidable Centurions says big up Jan. He says big up. He says late night grind. Yeah, facts. Also, big up Yan City Flawless after our show. Yeah, man, we're going to provide you with content. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to miss. We don't miss weeks over here. We don't miss shows. You lot should know. You know what I mean? That's one thing we pride ourselves on at Sarcasm City is not missing shows. 1,000,000%. Yan City always has her hair tied back now. Love it. See, Ryan, you're taking your ish on board. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to do my hair. But yeah, we'll run with that.
Yeah, you could have just ran with that for the sake of his confidence. Yo, Ryan says, loving the hat flawless, my G. Yo, big up, man. I do like this still. You know what I'm saying? I do like this. 27 Gangster Crip says, stop choking on your food, Yan, lol, because she was laughing at me. That's what it is. Ryan was a fake me in the comments. Salute to you lot who got rid of him. Nippon says, hi. Canada Devil says, big up to you two. Nippon says, are the lines open? No, not today, but we are going to open the lines at some point, definitely. The formidable said, Dortmund's defense, no disrespect, but nowhere near City's. We're going to discuss all of that. Mustafa says the defense isn't a problem for Dortmund, it's the goalkeeper. Why? What's the problem with their goalkeeper? Is he making bad errors? Do you know? I'm
sure he won't against Man City. I don't really watch Dortmund, to be honest. I just watch Haaland.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Aaron. Aaron will know. My favorite Man City fan, Yan Torre. Flawless, you're my favorite Manchester United fan. If you sorted out Yan with the child support, you owe. Yeah, man. I always look after me and mine. You know what I'm saying? What was the Twitter account on? Are you talking about my Twitter? That's Flawless.
Sorry, this fake Flawless has got to
go. Yeah. Get rid of it. Yeah. Big up Wayne as well, man. It's good to have you back. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. You did DM me, but Wayne, you can catch him on Carefree Lewis's channel and some of the watch-alongs. Big Chelsea fan. He says, my guys, Yan looks younger every day. Flawless's hat wear, manly like ever. Not wait, what? Big up everyone. Smash the like button. I didn't get to the last part. I am tired though, but love hit the like button, people. He says, ManDem, what would hurt more, bottling the league to City or Liverpool? Both. Right, did you say this to our Don?
No, he said.
No.
I want to be. Nah, you've got to look at the context. You got
context. No context for that. Go on. You're on trial here.
No.
You can't be saying that to my guy.
Yeah, listen. Then he said, "I want to be like Pogba." So I said, "You can be overrated if you want." I said, "You're the best YouTuber in the world, or whatever." So that's what I was saying, because he says Paul Pogba is the best midfielder in the league. And I was like, yeah, but he doesn't do it on the big stage. Like he can have the potential to be, but right now, you know, the difference in him and De Bruyne, for example, you know, it's not actually close at the moment. So that's what I was saying. So then I said, I'll start you the best YouTuber, because I said he could be overrated, innit? Because I'm not the best female YouTuber. There's ones with millions and millions of subscribers. That's not me. Doesn't mean that I'm shit. It just means that there are better people out there, innit? So.
Yeah. Not only did you slander Ryan, you slandered Paul Labille Pogba. Don't slander two people that close to me and that. One of my favorite Liverpool fans and my favorite Manchester United player. She's taking liberty. Yo, Ryan, don't worry. We'll sort that out off there. That is ridiculous. That is bang out of order and that. Ever. You got man like Rodri running around, but we move. Affidel Skill says, big up Yan and Flawless. Big up to you lot. Yeah, hella fake accounts, man.
Rodri's top of the league, mate.
You lot keep, what's it called? Those Gabby. You don't mean I rate him. Big up Deviant also says, Russian Flawless straight out the gulag. Big up you two as always. Yeah, man, big up. What do you mean now you can't say both to choose? Like Gary Neville said, that's like asking giving a man a choice. I mean, what did Gary Neville say about it? it's like having an option of 2 guys to nick your wife. That's what it's kind of like, innit? There's no correct answer in it. I hate them both. Do I hate Liverpool more? Yeah, but it doesn't mean I want to see City be successful. Big up Jan and Flawless, says Jeremy. Big up to you. I agree with this still. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I agree with this.
I think when it comes to well, nah, I wouldn't agree with that actually.
I think.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
It's stacked, but you're in the conversation, is what I would say. Despite forget all the numbers and everything like that, you're in the conversation. Definitely. What are you saying? I would like to say De Bruyne plays holding midfielder like Pogba does, then we will compare Oli Tax. And that's why it's on, even though De Bruyne is cold, don't get it mistaken. That's why I don't, with the whole Pogba conversation, don't get into it, because there's so many things. And he's still putting up numbers.
Is, you know what? Like, I actually rate Pogba. This is the thing. Pogba's not like a Bruno, because I think Bruno's overrated personally. But like, I actually rate Pogba. But the problem is, every time people talk about Pogba and you say, okay, why are they better? It's always, oh, if he was doing this and if he was doing that and on his day. And that just, with being the best, to be the best, you need to be consistent. If Messi got the goals that he got in his highest ever scoring season, I think it was like 91, 92. If he does that just once and then never gets close again, he's not the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? People are just going to say, oh, well, he did it a few years. Same with Cristiano Ronaldo. The reason why them two are seen as the best in the world is because they consistently produce big numbers, no matter where they go. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's why, for me, I think Pogba has the potential to be one of the best in the league. But what he's actually doing on the pitch doesn't state that. And this is why you get players like Gundogan he said this isn't his best season, but because he's getting the numbers now, he's getting recognized as being the best. And it's just like, for me, yes, there's obviously things like Oli Tax. There's obviously things like he plays deeper than he should and X, Y, Z. But that means that he's not the best because of the Oli Tax. You can't say he's the best and then say, no, Oli Tax, no this, no that. You know, there can't be any ifs and buts when it comes to being the best. Do you know what I mean? So has he got the potential? Maybe. But if we don't see it, it's only potential. Do you know what I mean? I could say Gabby's got the potential to be the top striker in the league, but if he isn't scoring goals, that's not a genuine argument that I can have, you know? So I actually rate Pogba. I do rate him, but I just don't think he's the best in the league. He hasn't done anything to me to back that up. That's all I'm saying.
Mine's a fake user in the comments. And I get your point on that.
Flawless got an ugly picture as well.
Hey, you lot, if you're gonna at least be fake, at least get a nice picture of you. You know what I'm saying? And that. At least give us. Flawless got the hoodie to match the top in the background. I see you, bro. Color coordination on point on that. That's total by accident. I can't even take credit for that. It's totally an accident. I like how you spotted it. If you didn't say anything, I wouldn't have spotted it, but it's totally by accident. Completely by accident. Please, guys, subscribe to both of these and smash the like button. These guys are the goat of YouTube and the most underrated YouTubers. My friends. Big up to Wayne. It's good to see you, get me. It's nice to receive flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? It's very nice to receive flowers. Making sure there's no... There we go. We need this flawless guy on Man City TV. Let's have a proper debate. 3 questions each. It'd be interesting. Yeah, shout me. We'll pattern that. No problem. Like I said, one thing about me is Man City will know this. I'm an asshole in it, as the people know it. So, like... Lewis wanted to scrap me today on Shameless FC, and that. If we was in the same room, he would have beat me up. Therefore, all simply because man put his arms out in it and then forward and was like, well, all because I said Diallo was the best Ivorian in Premier League history. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
man. Can't come above Yaya Toure. I don't even care about Drogba.
Yaya who? You know what I'm saying? Who? You know what I'm saying? That whatever, man. You
Terrible.
Who? Yaya who? You mean that glorified Declan Rice? All right, calm in it. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even care.
That's what I'm here for, but yeah, just let you know.
You will get slated if you go on Man City Fan TV. That's all I know, because you won't. For the first time, it'll be them against you. Whereas right now, I'm singled out. So on this show, like, big up to all the Man City fans in the comments, because normally it's me against Man United FC. So
No. It's you, it's Man United, and then Arsenal as well.
Yeah, both of them on my neck. On my neck.
Well, you do it though. You gas them up. You gaslight them. That's what it is. You
Yeah, I
got
am a
fam.
wind-up merchant, but you know
That's
what?
what it is.
After all the abuse I've been through, I deserve it. It's my
That's
time
what
now
it
to
is.
shine. If we win the quad, which is not going to happen, but if we do that, best believe,
Fuck, you know.
best
This
believe,
doesn't-
right? You're not going to hear the end of me. I can tell you that for certain. And do you know what? I don't even care because I don't think this has been our best season overall in terms of how we've done in each particular competition. But if we do that, yeah, I'm just going to be thingy.
But yeah,
You know
people.
what? Even if we're in the Champions League, no one's chatting to me because a lot of these comments are, "You've never won the Champions League." So
that's
if
my
we do
go-to.
that, it's over for you guys.
No, we just come up with something new. So it is. Have you got headphones? Because I'm echoing hard.
Oh, it might be this mic, you know.
Yeah, I'm echoing hard, and I'm sure you lot can hear it because I can hear it. I'm saying, see that we're trying to bring. Nippon says, "Do you know Saeed TV?" Are you talking to me, Nippon? Because I know you are new here. But if you're talking to me, that's my guy, and I do a show with him on a weekly basis. Make sure you subscribe to Saeed TV. Man, so he said, "I like you, mate. No fight from us." Nah, big up, man. It's all jokes and bands in it, football wise, and that. And just to make it clear, people, I don't think Diallo is the best Ivorian in Premier League history. All right. I have to clear that up before somebody takes that out of context. Jan City will be back as well. Yeah, man, Drogba's cold. I mean, Drogba gets into, you can argue he gets in the best Premier League of all time. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. It's mad. There's hella fake accounts. There we go. There we go. Yeah, hella fake accounts. We just get rid of them. Oh, did you switch it back for? It is what it is. Yeah, you're winning trophies. That's the thing is, I talk this much crap and United are bad. Imagine we was winning. Like, no one ain't even trying to me. If me and Flawless ever stand for need Fernandinho, we'd end up in hospital tomorrow.
No way. None
Right,
of
cool.
that. None of that.
If they win the quadruple, that's exactly what's that. We creating some Fernandinho thing. You know what I'm saying? Big facts. We'll come up with something creative. But all right, since we're on that topic, like I said before we even get there, you lot make sure you hit the like button on the video. It's majorly important you do that. Get us to over 30 likes. Make sure you share it across all the socials. So when you click the share button, share it to your Twitter, your Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp status, any WhatsApp group, Snapchat, Clubhouse, Bebo, MySpace, wherever you can share it to, and make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell because we go live every day. And make sure you subscribe to Yan City ENT also. Make sure you subscribe to her channel as well as this one. It is rolled to 2,500 subscribers. You lot get your questions in. So any questions you lot have regarding either of the Manchester clubs. So you could have a Manchester City question just for me, or you could have a Manchester United question just for Yan City, or you could have a question for us both about either team. So get your questions in while Yan City starts. So Yan City, obviously, you lot are chasing the quadruple. So we'll start with the League Cup and we'll work our way up because that's the lesser prestigious trophy. Can't believe I'm dropping these big words and not stumbling out over one in the morning. But we move. League Cup final. Spurs, Mourinho. What's your thoughts?
First of all, the quad, for something that's never been done before, the way they're talking about it, like if Man City don't do it, blah, blah, blah. Like at the end of the day, it hasn't been done before for a reason. Do I think we have the squad that could do it? Yes. But at the same time, it would take a lot to do that. You know what I mean? I just can't see it myself personally. I think the Champions League is going to be the hardest one to crack. The League Cup is a difficult one because you've got two sides of things. You've got the fact that Man City love the Carabao Cup. You know, we go there every season. Obviously, normally it's end of Feb, start of March. It's not this year. So it's one of them where it changes it a little bit because normally you've got that trophy wrapped up by now and you can focus on other things. That's not the case this season. Secondly, we're playing a Tottenham Hotspur, and Tottenham, they are bottlers, as people call it. They do seem to fall at the final hurdle. That being said, they're a little bit of a bogey team for us in recent years. So I don't think it's as simple as it looks. Do you know what I mean? People would look at it as if to say, oh, Spurs, they bottle everything. And Man City, you know, they tend to win this trophy every year, like for the past 3 years. So I don't know. It's one of them. I think that's going to be a very difficult game. I just hope Man City turn up for that game because to lose to Spurs in a final. Oh, mate. City better not let me down on that one. I'd rather go out of the FA Cup. And I know the FA Cup is the better trophy out of the two in terms of what people rate it on in the rankings. And it's the proper double, not the fake double sort of thing. So I get that. But to go out to Chelsea or to lose to Leicester or Southampton is better than losing to Spurs in a final, Jose Mourinho. So, yeah, I just think that we will lose that final, unfortunately. I hope not, but something just makes me think that final is just going to be difficult for Man City. And the problem is, if we do get past Dortmund, that semi-final is a few days later. And it's not a case of a semi-final where we could be drawn against someone that we can just, play our, regular team. We're going to be playing against, if we get past Dortmund, we're going to be playing against PSG or Bayern Munich. So it has to be our full strength squad rested for that game. We can't risk De Bruyne getting injured in that Spurs final, especially with the way Spurs play football. We can't actually risk that. So it's one of them where I think if we get to that semi-final, it's going to be a little bit of I'm not saying it's going to be a weakened side, because I think for the first time ever, Man City have two strong teams. Our backup team is still strong. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, but I think it's going to be difficult because I feel like the players will have sort of their heads in that semi-final if we get there. So it's going to be difficult. So, yeah, I think Spurs, they need a trophy. Their season is over. They can't win anything else. That is their only hope of a trophy. Kane, they want to keep him. If they win that trophy, that's their way of maybe potentially keeping Harry Kane. A lot is riding on it for Spurs. Man City, if we don't win it the fourth year in a row, the only thing that I think that City would be annoyed by is if we did go and do the treble and we missed out on the quad because of that one final. So I think it's one of them things. I would like to see Man City go out there, do what we usually do in finals and wrap it up. I would like to say that, but it's not going to be easy. And I think it is definitely one of them games that can go either way. So we're going to see.
Cool. Okay, I hear that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to the questions and that. You lot get the likes up. Let us know how many likes we are on. 187 Gangster Crip says Mourinho loves the League Cup too. He's won it 4 times. As much as I can't say pains me to admit it, because obviously I don't want City to do a quad. I don't want City to win a trophy. But then if Spurs win that trophy, I think United are the longest. We have the longest trophy draw out of the big 6. Like me and who was it? Was it me and it was me and Ryan on ManDem United? Me and Harris on ManDem United, and we was talking about how we legit could be the only big 6 side not to win a trophy this season. So for instance, Spurs could win, City win the Premier League, Chelsea could win the Champions League, Chelsea or City could win the FA Cup, Arsenal could win the Europa League, and Spurs could win the League Cup. That's our fight. Wait, no, Liverpool could win the Champions League, sorry. So City League, Chelsea FA Cup, Liverpool the Champions League, Spurs the League Cup, and Arsenal the Europa League. So that means we could just be out in the cold, and that would hurt. That being said, I don't want City to do it, but the fact that I'm in this position tells you all you need to know about the team and where I'm at. She's eating noodles, I believe so. She's eating noodles. Okay, you lot already beefing in the chat, you lot are jokers. There we go. Andrew said.
By the way, Andy, Mustafa's just a hater. Ignore him.
Yeah, you're just a troll, innit? Question for Jan: do you believe that Man City will go out against Dortmund?
Do you know what? It's interesting because I think it's one of them things where Dortmund on paper, very scary going forward in particular. So we're going to need to be defensively solid at the back. That's no doubt. If we're not, we will go out. Man City in the past couple of seasons, we've been going out to, I think, conceding too many goals. Quite a few times we conceded 3 goals at home. You can't give away 3 away goals and expect to go through. So I think that sort of element to it. I would hope with our defense that we can do that. We have kept 7 clean. There's a fake Ryan. We have kept 7. We have kept 7 clean sheets in a row. We've done that, so it's possible. Maybe. I think we should be going through against Dortmund. If I'm being honest, I think we should be. So I'd like to see it. I can hear it echoing a bit. I don't know what's going on today, but but yeah, I think like I could see us finding it difficult. I don't think it's going to be one of them where we go and breeze past them, but I think we should realistically be going through against Dortmund. That's what I would say. But yeah, if Haaland has a masterclass, which is very possible, do you know what I mean, and Man City don't take their chances, then we could see maybe something happening for Dortmund. But I would expect Man City to go through over 2 legs. I think their defense is a little bit weaker than ours. So they might have the same problems that Man City have had in the past, where they're very, very good going forward, but defensively, they make mistakes. And if they do that, Man City should go through. But it could go either way. It's not one of them games where we might be favourites on paper, but if you actually look at where Man City have got to and where Dortmund have got to, I think the last 2 years they've got to the round of 16. I don't think they've got too far, but before that they were going to like semi-finals, finals. So yeah, I think it'll just depend. I think the players need to get past this mental block. I think Pep needs to get past this mental block, that he seems to have in the Champions League, and then I think we've got every chance. But yeah, it's not going to be an easy game, for sure.
Now I hear what you're saying. I was on mute. Now, quick question without going into like full detail, like getting past, because I think you get past Dortmund. Out of PSG and Bayern, who do you want the least? Who would you prefer, should I say? Who would you prefer to play? If you had a choice, so say for instance, City go through against Dortmund, and then they say you have a crystal ball, and they can say to you, City, you can either pick PSG or Bayern. Who do you pick? And briefly, why? Just go into
it. This is going to surprise people, but I would pick Bayern Munich.
Because you don't want no part of Kylian. That's why I keep telling you lot about this kid.
What it is? Do you know what it is? It's not even that. It's the fact that with Bayern Munich, because somebody said it the other day and they made quite a good point. It's quite hard to sort of plan how to beat a team with individual brilliance. And I know every team has individual brilliant moments. Like that is, even Man City have individual brilliance, but it's one of them things with Mbappe and the likes of Neymar and stuff like that. If they have a good day, it's one of them games where the goalkeeper ain't saving it, your defenders ain't, stopping it. And obviously we've got Bayern Munich. It's like picking between 2 different things to get stabbed with, to be fair. You've got Lewandowski, the best striker in the world at the moment. Ridiculous numbers this season. It's one of them, but I feel like the attacking threat, obviously they've got Sane, who's going to want to mash up Man City. You know what?
Man. I hear you. It's tough.
You know what? I just think with Bayern Munich, like Pep knows some of the players. So I feel like even though they might play differently, stuff like that, I think Kimmich is one of their best players at the moment, in the midfield, and Pep developed him. So I feel like Pep will know a little bit more insight into what they could potentially do than PSG, who are completely foreign to us, if you know what I mean. So it's one of them picking between 2 hard things. I think they've both got issues in their defense. PSG, for example, that Barcelona second leg, how Dembele didn't score in that game, I don't know. He had the most amount of chances. He didn't score.
Have a lot of chances. Yeah,
I would hope that the Man City team would put them chances away. That's what I would hope for, especially in the Champions League. So I would expect Man City to put them away. Bayern Munich, there's been a few times this season where, they've won, but it's been like 4-2, 4-3, or they've been beaten 3-2 and stuff like that. So their defense isn't the best either. They've got obviously an aging Jerome Boateng in the back. They've got Alaba. So they've got quite a few players that Man City's attack could give them some problems. So yeah, I would say Bayern Munich, but it's one of them that it's don't really want either, to be honest. I'd take
You prefer them to be on the other side of the draw. I hear what you're saying. No, I just thought I'd ask because they are the two favorites, it seems to have most. Obviously, the finalists from last year. Also, Emmanuel says flawless, mad love, and I appreciate the shows, but you need some love, bro. You need some sleep, bro. You're looking high, and I don't think you smoke. Nah, this is just how I look, man. So thank you for the compliment and tearing me down at the same time. Because you're saying you enjoy the shows, but I look like shit. But you know, here we are in it. And I'm glad you look at us sniggering over there. You done, yeah? Are you good? You finished, love.
I can't get that's hilarious. That is so funny.
What I look like.
And I don't think it's funny.
Oh, yeah. Are you done?
That's funny. Do you know what? I've been sleeping all day, me.
Yeah, no, you have. But yeah, I'm not in it. So this is just how I look. So when you see my eyes like this is just how they are. Yancy will be able to tell you she's known me long enough. I've not looked like this my whole life. Probably when I met her, actually, tired of her bullshit. That's what it is. But we moved. But then,
that was the best time of your life.
It was like, yeah. Yeah, said, she don't stand up for me. Yeah, I'm over there choking on the noodles and that. You know what I'm saying? Flawless always looking off. I appreciate that, Dupe. You know what I'm saying? Back me in it. But it is what it is. We move. All right, Ryan is just over there lying in the comments, but big up to Ryan in it. I appreciate the fact that you like me enough. You love me enough to lie to me, fam. Big up, my guy. So we've discussed the League Cup. We've discussed the Champions League, FA Cup. Obviously, you've drew Chelsea in the semi-final. Thoughts on that?
FA Cup is one of them. Our record in the FA Cup isn't as good as our record in the Carabao Cup. It's something that we struggled to win a little bit more. We've won it twice throughout the whole Arab sort of period. I do like the FA Cup. I'm not one of these people that's like, it's not as good as it used to be. It's the FA Cup, do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to win it. I think when you get knocked out, you start saying, it's not all that. I think that's just the way it goes. If you're in the final, it's a great cup still. So, yeah, obviously Chelsea, difficult game. I think a lot of things rely on, I feel like it's a knock-on effect for a lot of these games. So we play Chelsea after Dortmund. So we will know whether we're through in the Champions League or not. So it's one of them things. If Man City go out of the Champions League to Dortmund, I think two things happen. For starters, we go all out for Haaland because no doubt it'll be Haaland that knocks us out. They'll go all out for him. So we'll probably end up more likely to get Haaland if we go out of the Champions League. It sounds mad, but I think that's the case. Secondly, we would probably go all out for that FA Cup if we know we're not in the Champions League, because they're going to at least want to do the domestic treble if that's the case. So I think that's one of them things. If we get through in Europe, we'll still go for it, don't get me wrong. But I think the desire to win it won't be as high as if we're not in the Champions League, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I think we'll definitely give them a good fight. I think we're better than Chelsea. I really do. And I think realistically we should be beating Chelsea. But it's one of them things where it's one of them competitions, you know what I mean? We've gone out to Wigan quite a few times in the FA Cup, and I know we're a slightly different team now, but it's one of them trophies that upsets happen in the FA Cup. That's why people love it so much. So yeah, I'd expect us maybe to beat them on paper, but it's not going to be. I honestly, this situation this season is crazy because it could go extremely well and we could be laughing at the end of the season, or it could go extremely wrong and we could end up with no trophy. I doubt we're going to get no trophy, but we could end up with just the Prem. And I don't want to say just the Prem, because for me, the Prem is the most important thing that I look for at that season. That's what I want to win. So I don't want to say just the Prem. But where we are at the moment and where we could potentially be, winning just the Prem will be seen as a little bit of a letdown based on where we are in all of the
4 trophies, yeah.
So, yeah, I'd expect you know, it maybe even if we won the league but got to a Champions League final, I think even that is okay. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think it's just we're just gonna have to see what happens. But I wouldn't go into any of them games thinking, yeah, we've won this. You know, even though I'd love to, I think we're the better team for sure. But football is a game of surprises, and
I'd say they're the second best team in the country as well.
Who?
Chelsea. I think this is the top two teams in the country.
Yeah.
I would say. And they're not conceded. I favor City in terms of I think you're the favorites for it. But if Chelsea were to knock you out, yeah, I'd banter and run joke, but it's not embarrassing.
Yeah,
like Chelsea have been on a roll. No. Chelsea have been on a roll. I think they've only conceded 2 goals in Tuchel's whole reign.
Yeah.
I think he's 15 games unbeaten. He's not lost since he's been here. They have their thing rolling. It's a semi-final. They'll be up for it. And typical in typical Chelsea fashion, they're always 12 to 18 months away from a trophy. I'm not sure what their last trophy win is. I'm sure Wayne in the comments will be able to tell us, but they're due. They're due.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
they're due a trophy.
You know what? I think Chelsea are more favourites for the Champions League than us as well. I honestly do because they've done
their side of the draw. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think they could well win a double of some sort this season. They could win it.
Lewis about to pop up. You get me? Thomas Tuchel double tricking Steely Blues. Go on. I can see it already. Big up Man City Fan TV. It says, question for United fans and Flawless. What do you guys think about the Glazers buying United with 270 million of their own money and borrowing 790 million from the banks, but have taken 300 million out in 5 years, minus 474 million in debt? You dropping a lot of big numbers. It's almost 1:30 in the morning, my G. But that being said, that what you've just stated there is why I'm Glazers out. I've been Glazers out for the longest. You know what I mean? If you search my name and put hashtag, I was singing like hashtag Glazers out for the longest. You know what I'm saying? And I've had a golden green scarf for the longest. These man got to go, even when we was winning.
I did have that scarf. I dashed out the window years ago.
Out the window out my yard, and don't worry, I've still got it, but through out my window. It's ridiculous. Hashtag Woodward out. Hashtag Glazers out. They all have to go in it. We got to start again with the whole club. That's my whole point on this. Press the reset button. Everybody from the manager and up, so the manager, the coaching staff, and upwards, time to go. And we just start again. That's why I would say.
As well, and the club.
All right, let's say that in it. You know what I mean? Let's say that. Big up Gito, who says big up you too, fam. Big up you watching via the Twitter. If you're watching via the Twitter, make sure you retweet the tweet, like the tweet, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Our last trophy was the Europa in 2019. Yeah, you're due then. That being said, you're due. If your last trophy was 2019, 2021, 2 years later.
Chelsea don't normally go that long without winning.
They literally haven't, while Abramovich has been there, they haven't gone longer than 2 years without a trophy. So that being said, I reckon Chelsea's going to do it.
They've got a good chance to win the FA Cup.
I reckon the FA Cup. I think they win the FA Cup. I think you lot win. Now, with that being said, the League Cup I'm weighing up. I'm not sure. Nah, I reckon City will win the Premier League and the League Cup. And I think Chelsea win the FA Cup. That's what I'd say.
Potentially. Do you know what's interesting? 2012, we won the league. Chelsea won the Champions League and the FA Cup. So it's interesting because that could potentially happen this season. I don't think if, say for example, PSG or Bayern Munich, whichever one, for them to knock each other out, if you know what I mean. So if Bayern Munich knock out PSG and Man City, I can't see them losing in a final to Liverpool, Chelsea, Real Madrid, or Porto. I can't see that. Same for PSG. I think if they knock out Bayern Munich and then Man City or Dortmund, I can't see them losing that final to any of the other teams. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be tough. I think Chelsea can still do it, but I think Chelsea's best bet of winning the Champions League is actually for Man City to get to the final.
I agree.
That's their easiest chance of winning it, because I think if Bayern Munich get there or PSG, I don't know if that Chelsea team will beat them.
Sorry to cut you off. Who was your picks again? Who was your pick again to win it? Did you say Bayern? Your overall pick to win the Champions League?
I've been saying PSG for the longest amount of time.
Oh, yeah. You're the only person that agreed with me.
When I saw that they got Bayern Munich, I'm not so sure that PSG will knock Bayern Munich out.
So you're saying Bayern Munich? Nobody agrees with me, you know.
No one retains it. That's why I think.
Wait. Apart from Real Madrid and the GOAT, but go on, carry on.
Yeah, but that's different. They're
in a row
in the Champions League, isn't it? And
with the GOAT, yeah.
No.
Yes.
They can win it without him. They've won it 13 times. And
yeah, but they went 12 years without it, but you want to continue.
Yeah, but anyway.
We move so swiftly on.
So for that reason, I don't know who's going to win. I really don't. I don't. I think Chelsea are a good shout. Man City should realistically be trying to win this thing, you know. They should.
With the manager you have and the amount of money you've spent, that's the aim, yes. Is to conquer Europe. That's what he's been not solely going to do. This is the only black mark on Pep's record now. Yeah. This is it. If he wins it, he's accomplished everything he's supposed to do, probably bar maybe win 3 titles in a row in the Premier League if you're being really. Again, he's not. Yeah, if you're coming in for dominance, but then I wouldn't say that's a black mark against him. If Pep won the Champions League this season and then dipped, I wouldn't. He's been a total success. There's no black mark on him. Like the black mark on him.
Even with the back-to-back, it's still 3 trophies in 4 years, which is what Pep's done really. So it's not, even though it's slightly different, it is kind of like the same sort of trophies in the same amount of years. Do you know what I mean? It's just differently put if it's back-to-back-to-back.
Let me respond to this. Andrew says,
Man City, for me, they need to make progress. I don't think I would expect them to go from going out in the quarters to winning it. Like, I think it is one of them where a lot of teams get to the final and lose before they get to a final and win it. So I just want Man City to make progress. If we get past Dortmund, we've made progress in the Champions League. We have done that. Because last time we got to a semi-final, we didn't even turn up for the semi-final. I'd expect this Man City team to give whoever they're playing a fight in the semi-final. Whether we go through or not is a different thing. But I would expect them to go up against Bayern Munich and give them a good game. Go up against PSG and give them a good game. We're not going to be able to overthink it too much because I know Pep loves overthinking it. But you know when you go up against Bayern Munich or PSG, you've got to go out there and play your best football and hope for the best. So it's one of them things. Like, it's just, for me, we need to make progress. Do I want us to win it? Yes. Do I think we'll win it? Yes. Is it going to be this season? I don't think so. I really don't. But I feel like we should be making some progress this season. And if we don't make progress this season, then I think there'll probably be questions asked, not just of Pep, because it's one of them things where they can blame Pep all they want for the formation or whatever, but these players, they want the Champions League. From a City fan's point of view, they need to go out there and prove that they want to win it. And if they go out again, I'm not even blaming Pep. I don't care who Pep puts on that pitch. The 11 players that Pep puts on that pitch should be going there to win. And that's what I want to see from the players. So I'm not even blaming Pep because Pep can't score goals. Pep can't, defend shots. Like, he can't do any of that. All he can do is put the team out there with tactics and hope for the best. So I don't know. I think City, if the players go out, unless it's some ridiculous refereeing decision again, or, a little bit of unfairness due to like maybe going out on away goals or something like that, that's not as much in their control, that's okay. But I think the players need to be doing better in the Champions League, if we're being honest, because they're the ones that really want to win it. Our fans don't care. Our fans are not too much.
And here's the thing. Let me get to this point. It says United have spent $1 billion since Ferguson still trust. But the whole point is United spending that $1 billion was to get to Champions League. United spend that money to be successful. That's not a shot when I say that. City have spent all that money to do everything they've done and the Champions League. Pep was brought in to win the Champions League. That's not a shot at Pep. That's just the aim. The same way when Manchester United have spent all this money, the aim was to win Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. It's just not worked out. That's on him. Why are you telling me they just brought Pep in and spent all that money just to dominate domestically? Nah, of course not. Champions. That's why I think the main reason is you got Pep. You won everything before he got here, correct? Apart from back-to-back Champions Leagues. I mean, back-to-back Champions Leagues.
I think
back-to-back Premier Leagues. Wait. You won everything before he got here, innit? Every manager, you had won every trophy before, so that's my point. So mine is winning back-to-back Premier Leagues. He's there for. That's what it is.
The thing is, Pep's been brought in to elevate the club to
wait, let me kill this dead in it, because man are trying to kill this dead. Yes, of course he was brought in to bring the champions. Why else do you bring Pep?
No, you know what it is. Right? The problem is the sort of opposition fans see it as he's been brought in solely to win the Champions League.
No.
Champions League is one of them things that the club want, But I think, honestly, from a Man City point of view, I think they see it as they know they will win it at some point. I don't think Man City fans think the same way the Man City club think the same way as a lot of opposition fans, that they need it and they're dying for it. They want it and they know it will come in time. And all they're looking at is remaining in the competition, because if you remain there long enough and you're fighting long enough, you will win it. So I think
I've said this.
kind of thing has been, Pep's been brought in. Pep's been brought in. They wanted Pep since way before we were expected to challenge for it. They got him when they got him. He has elevated the club to another level. He's winning consistent trophies. He's winning. He's doing things Fergie said was impossible, for starters. He's doing a lot of stuff that Fergie said, it's not possible, it won't happen. Do you know what I mean? I would love him to do the quad. I would love it, because I would love to see him do something else that's not been done before. That's what I like. I like the fact that Man City are breaking records that other people don't have. I like that. So, yeah, I agree. We're looking at the Champions League, of course.
Of course you are. Of course. That's my point. It's not solely, but was he brought in to bring the Champions League? Yeah, he was.
Solely to win that is not true.
Not solely. No. But was he brought in to win that? Yeah, so that's not what we're finna do, because Pep's failing at that. And this isn't you. This is on people in the... That's not what we're doing. You get me? Like, that's not running in that. Was Pep brought in solely to win it? Absolutely not. Was he brought in to win it? Of course he was. Of course he was brought in to win it. So you're telling me they brought in Pep?
He was the best manager available. So that's why.
He was brought in just to dominate domestically. Like, no, of course he wasn't brought in just like, cut it out, man. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Kimbo Hendo, Fergie said that the domestic treble was impossible. He said that.
Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Right, Fergie said Phil Jones was going to be the next Duncan Edwards and that, so we can't always take Fergie's word on it. You know what I'm saying? That's a mazza, but yes, what Pep's done is incredible. And yes, he was brought in, like I said, to win back-to-back leagues, to dominate domestically, but he was also brought into the Champions League.
I get where you're coming from, but what I'm saying, a lot of fans see it as he was brought in. And when it's kind of phrased as in he was brought in to win the Champions League, that makes out that what he's doing now is not good enough, which is not the case. Like, for the club, I don't think they have a problem with Pep. I really
you won't have a problem, because he's
in the Champions League. It will be seen as, we wanted to win that, but it just didn't happen. They're not seeing it the same way that a lot of people are seeing it, where it's like they'd want Pep out. Like, Pep will not get sacked. If Pep loses Champions League this season, if he loses it next season, if he loses it the season after that, the season after that, they will not sack Pep, which tells me that he's not there solely to win the Champions League. Because if he was, he would have gone already.
Yeah. And that's just people bantering when they say that. So, like, you can't pick that out, because I've said on here before, like I said, he's been brought in, and that's the only black mark on his resume. Same way that's what he was brought into Bayern Munich to do. And he failed there. It doesn't take away from his successes there, because I believe he won the Bundesliga, I'm correct? Did he win the German Cup when he was over there as well? But we can't... Yeah, when he's at Bayern Munich.
He won the league every year he was there.
Okay, so he won it, but he wasn't brought in solely to do that. Yes, Pep's the great, but this is... that doesn't mean he's above criticism. Because if we look at it at Bayern Munich, the manager before him and the manager after him both did better than him. They both won the Champions League after him. But that's not taken away from him, but that's not solely what he was brought in to do. But we're not going to act like it's not a part of the resume. Of course it's part of the resume.
And Gregory in the comments, like, Pep won't go 2 seasons without winning. And even if he did, it depends on how he doesn't win as well. Because this is the thing, everyone talks about the Champions League. If Pep gets to a final of a Champions League and doesn't win the league, the fans are going to be pissed off. Man City fans are going to be pissed off, because they're going to say, we wanted the league. That's what's going to happen. So for me, I would rather win the league than get to a Champions League final. That's me personally. I would rather do that, because once you've been in the final, like, everyone remembers that Tottenham got to a final. In 10 years' time, no one's remembering that, if we're being honest. No one is remembering that. So for me, a Champions League final over a trophy is a no-no from me. I'd rather win the Carabao Cup than get to a...
Yeah, that's silly. I'm with you on that, because some people talk records and all thing, and that's a preference thing. I've seen United win so many league titles in my lifetime. I have no idea how many games we won, how many points we're on. The only thing I know about the 99 United side, and this is just the petty in me, that we lost less games in that season than the Arsenal Invincibles. That's the only stat I know when it comes to records. I don't care. No, we lose. No, we lost in overall in the whole season.
Yeah, in all comps.
In the all comps, yeah. Let me rephrase that. Thank you. In all competitions, the United 99 side lost less than the Arsenal Invincible side. But that's just to throw shit at Arsenal. But that being said, minus that, I don't know how many league points the 99 side was, the 08. Any of them, not got a clue. I don't care. I'm all about the trophies. Like what you were saying there, getting to a Champions League finals all well and good, but of course you want to win it. I've seen my team win 2 Champions League finals, lose 2. It's like, I'd rather not get there. It's the worst thing, losing in the final.
Yeah, losing that. Exactly.
It's all about winning the trophies.
To be honest, for me, like, Man City do need to get there. Like, we do have to get there. But it's one of them things, like I say, for me, it's always a trophy over anything else. Do you know what I mean?
Over everything in it.
Centaurians was nice because we were great that season, and there's like, the Centaurians won't be forgotten too quickly because of what they did. But if we got 99 points in that season, I don't think anyone really talks about it. It's just a regular Premier League season. The fact we got
my guy Gregory, I fucks with that. I fucks with that.
But that's the thing. If you look at the Champions League the Champions League win that Liverpool got a few years ago, they lost more games than Man City in the Champions League. Because they lost I think it was something like 7 games throughout the tournament. But because some of them were in the group stage, I think they lost like 3 in the group stage. Then they lost some of the knockout ones, but they went through, against Man City, obviously they went through, and then they went to the final. Actually, no, they didn't win it that year. It was the year that we got knocked out by Tottenham. So it's like they lost games. They lost to Barcelona, and then they beat them in the second leg. So you can actually win the Champions League losing more games than people that have gone out in earlier stages. And, you can finish the group on 10 points, and another group, 2 people have 13 and someone has 11 and they go out. Like, Champions League is one of them things. It's not... I understand why Man City fans don't rate it as highly as...
Yeah, but the reason why that is because you lot haven't won it. Let me get to this. We say the Champions League... For the owners, Pep will love to win it, but for old school fans, it's Premier League all day long until it goes back to the old. All right, let me kill this now because the reason why we rank Messi as the GOAT is because of what he's done in the Champions League.
No, listen, right? I'm not saying that. Like, I get it. I get where people are coming from. The thing is, for me, is it's one of them things where, like I said, you could go into that competition. There could be 5 teams that are better than you in terms of thingy. You get a draw that's favourable. Next minute, the next round, you get an offside goal that's never a goal given. And then next minute, you're in the final. When you're in the final, it's 90 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things where you can win that off a bit of good luck. You can win that off that. Leagues, you can't win leagues off good luck. You can't. Unless you get lucky every single game for the whole 38 games, which isn't going to happen. You need to, and this is why, like, I'm not downplaying the Champions League. I want to win it. The players want to win it.
Competition because it's where we rank everybody. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden it gets to it. That's where we rank everyone.
I don't think that should be where you rank everything because, like you say, Tottenham got to a Champions League final when they weren't doing. They've not won a trophy since 2008. Not even a title, a trophy. Like, for me, it's one of them things. I just think you could essentially forget the league, we're just going to go for the Champions League and focus all your attention on that one thing, win it, and then people will say you're the best in the league, even if you finish 18th in your Premier League, and get relegated. That's the reality of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there is, because of the Champions League and it is cup format, there is one-off, but more often than not, the teams that win it are the best teams. Who's the last weakened side to win the Champions League?
Yeah, but I think when Chelsea won it, they weren't the best. That wasn't the best Chelsea.
That's my whole point. But then you get
Liverpool weren't the best in 2005.
So that's 05. So that's 2. Maybe Porto in 03.
The time when they obviously Liverpool were good when they.
No. 90% of the. All right, we're gonna go through it. One sec. I'm literally gonna pull up the winners now because when I think of it, 90% of the time, the team that wins the Champions League is one of the best in Europe. Because this is why.
One of the best in Europe to get to that stage, but I'm just saying I wouldn't say Tottenham were, and they got through.
Yeah, but they didn't win it though. Yeah, but they did. My whole point is I'm talking strictly about winners. If you look at the winners of the Champions League, especially in recent times, there's no weak winners. Who's the weakest winner in the last 5 years? There's no weak winners.
Yeah. I wouldn't say
that's my point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If that Tottenham game went differently, we'd be having a different conversation.
That is, you do have it.
Won their first trophy in years, and it was the Champions League. You know, and people would be saying they're better than Liverpool because they would have won the Champions League, and Liverpool wouldn't have won. They'd be saying they're better than Man United, they're better than Man City, and I don't think that's factually.
I'm looking at it. So we're in 2021. So since 2010, I'm looking at the winners here. There's only Chelsea who you look at and you go, they really shouldn't have won it. So since 2010, you got Inter Milan, Barcelona, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid 3 times, Liverpool, Bayern Munich. So in the past 10 years, and then let's look at the Premier League in the past 10 years. That's the Leicester. The Chelsea in this is the Leicester in that. That's my point. That's my viewpoint on it. The formidable says.
I just think the way I see it is, I'm not like when this happens. It's one of them things where I'm not downplaying it. Like when I'm saying my point, I'm not downplaying the Champions League. I'm saying why people don't see it as, you know, because I know with the European Cup Winners' Cup, you had to win a cup to get there. So you couldn't be like a Tottenham. You couldn't be a Tottenham. You couldn't just go in there off sort of. I finished 4th. I was the 4th best team in England that season. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't get in on that, and then you had to play all the teams that were champions, or you know, teams that have won cups, and that's how you got into it. So I think, me personally, like they're never going to do it because it's not going to happen. But really, the champions should go into a Champions League, and then the best teams and the best from all of the best leagues in the world should battle it out. So I do get that. I do get that. But I think there's too many teams in it, and I think they're just going to add more. So it's just going to get more.
The formidable says, mate, 100 points is special. I'm not saying it's not special. I'm just saying I don't care for records in it. That's just me personally. It's nice, but that's it. Like, I'm just me personally. I've seen my team win everything. I couldn't care less about how many points, how many goals scored, conceded, all that win. Yo, did you win the trophy? That's all it is. And Man City says, Liverpool versus Spurs, neither had won a Premier League title in over 85 years, and you call it a Champions League? Yeah. No, the reason why, because Liverpool were one of the best teams in Europe at that point. So they deserved it. Minus Manchester City, they were, to me, actually, at that point when they won that Champions League, they were the second best team in Europe. They beat Bayern Munich, who are arguably the third. Who else is it? But you're talking like this because you haven't won it. Don't try and downplay the Champions League because you ain't won it and that. I think it's hella downplaying it because, like I said, this is why that's where we judge where the best players are, but not the best teams. That doesn't make sense. We call Messi the GOAT because of what he's done in the Champions League, but now all of a sudden the Champions League doesn't matter. But yet we're not calling him a GOAT of what he's done in La Liga, and definitely not of international. That's a fact. That can't even be argued with. I just don't like the downplay of it.
I think it's his numbers, personally. Because this is where you get arguments where people will say,
no. His numbers in the Champions League.
Better than this one.
His numbers, no one's talking about if Messi doesn't play in the Champions League.
Gabby, who you don't rate at all, has better numbers in the Champions League than he does in the Prem.
Yeah, but he doesn't have great numbers in either. Like Haaland, for instance, the reason why we're rating Haaland so highly is because of shit that he's done in the Champions League.
Yeah, but it's combined numbers, isn't it? But I get that. I get that. Like, his record in Europe is unreal anyway. Like, it is one of them things. But do you know what? It's one of them things, like, it's just, I think for the same reason that you're saying City fans underplay it because they've won it, I think Man United fans think it's the best thing ever because you have won it. I think if you hadn't won it, you probably would see it the same way a lot of City fans see it, which is for what it is. Do you know what? Like, for me, I get the for and against argument for it. Do I think that it's a trophy that you need to win to become elite? Yes, I agree with that. I think Man City need to win it. I think they will win it. And it's one of them things. But I don't agree that Man City fans, once they win it, are going to start loving this competition. It's not going to happen. They'll say, great, we won it. Thanks for that. But they're not going to be like, this is the best competition ever. Like, if we win the Champions League without the league, a lot of City fans won't be happy with that.
Yeah, and that's silly. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both prestigious competitions. Like, to me, I don't understand.
Want the league first, because how are you going to be champions of the? How are you going to be champions of Europe when you're not even the best team in your country? And that's the reality. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you have to win both, because then that eludes a lot of people. Because a lot of great sides didn't win both. A lot of great sides and great players and great managers. So that's why I don't buy that argument. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure.
No, you can have what you want, but I'm just saying, as a City fan, would I want to win just the Champions League or 3 trophies? I don't know.
I'm taking trophies. Yeah. I'm definitely taking trophies.
Trophies myself.
Yeah.
Once you win that Champions League, if you said to me the next season, would you rather win the Champions League again or win the Prem and the FA Cup? Then I'd probably go back to the Prem, because once we've won it, we've won it. You know what I mean? But it's one of them things. I don't know. I don't think City fans see it the same way as everyone else.
Let me go here. Flawless, you're talking about the 99 team, but you don't. What record did I mention when it comes to the 99 side? What did I say?
Records, I think that's why.
What did they? I don't know. I said this. The only record I know, and my man brought it up, is that they lost less games than the Arsenal Invincibles across all competitions. That's it. They won 3 trophies. I'm a trophies man. But you're telling me here, not you, my Man City fan TV, that the Champions League don't matter in that. You know what I'm saying? But all right, cool, in it. So if you lot win it, then it should be calm.
Right. The thing is, right, let me just get to the like, Ryan, I'm not saying that there's no point. I'm just saying, Liverpool fans rate the Champions League very, very highly. Man City fans don't. And these people saying, oh, it's only 1%. You go to the Etihad and ask 100 people if they rate the Champions League, and I can guarantee that majority will say, I'd rather, I want to win it, but I'd rather win the Prem. And this is, I'm not just saying this from me being bitter or something because we haven't won it. Like, I have seen it. I've spoke to City fans. I spend most of my free time at Man City games speaking to fans, and that is their opinion on it. Whether you agree with that opinion or not, you can feel the same way. It's like me sitting here now and saying, no, every United fan wants Ollie in. Every United fan wants them in. I know for a fact there's loads of people that want Ollie out. Just because there's some Ollie inners doesn't mean that everyone wants him in. And I think with the Champions League, it's one of them things where it's always seen as, you know, oh, Man City fans don't feel like that. They do. That's how it is. Like, I'm not, whether I agree with that or not doesn't change the facts. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it is. And maybe when we win it, they'll change their mind. Maybe. Who knows?
Let me respond to this. So Man City have 4 champions. Messi has 4. You just built into my point, which is great. Messi has 4 Champions League trophies. Ronaldo, Costa and Maldini have more than Messi. Messi has 2 less than Gento. Says it all about the GOAT if it's on CL wins. Hey, Yan City, you answer this for me. Who do I say the GOAT is?
Gavi.
Who do I say the GOAT is?
Now, he thinks Ronaldo is the GOAT.
Okay, the guy you mentioned, and you just proved my point right there. That's my whole point. You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee if I ask you who your GOAT is, it's going to be a guy that's won plenty of Champions Leagues and that. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole point. We judge Messi and call Messi the GOAT because of what he's done in the Champions League. I'm not saying you specifically, I'm saying other people. We're not talking about what he's done in La Liga. But all of a sudden now when it comes to teams, Champions Leagues don't matter. You can't have it both ways. Ronaldo's mine. You know what I'm saying? And that. So who's your GOAT then? Who's the current GOAT? Who's the best player currently right now, Man City fan TV, in the world? Who's the GOAT? Who's the greatest of all time currently active right now? Because if it's not Messi or Ronaldo, I don't even want to hear your argument. So it's one of those two. It's one of those two.
It's Messi.
Right, let's say it's Messi, and that's because of Messi's performances.
Yeah, but no, because the thing is, like, it's one of them.
Man. I have both ways in that.
Because I think that Messi is the GOAT. He is.
Okay, so you're saying Messi is
player that I've seen.
So he's saying here, Messi is by far the greatest player ever. Cool.
Yeah,
and why do wait, hold up. Why do we think that? Because of his performances in the Champions? It's not because of La Liga. I'm not having it. When no one's watching him, no one's watching La Liga week in, week out. No one's watching him against Ronaldo and Villarreal and that.
You know what
Champions League, man.
His point is, the thing is, his point is kind of, because the thing is, you would say Ronaldo's the GOAT because he's got more Champions League.
Nah, actually, I was saying, before you continue that, I'm going to let you go. I was saying he was the GOAT when he had less Champions Leagues than that. We'll go on, carry on. The Champions League just back my argument. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's just one of them things, and it's always going to be a debate. It's always going to. It's
the main. The Champions League is the main stage in that. Even if you look at them, if I'm not disputing who the GOAT is, I'm saying anyone who's in the conversation done bits in that competition. Doesn't matter if it's Messi, doesn't matter if it's Ronaldo, Kaká, Ronaldinho. We mentioned Maldini, Costa Curta. That's the main stage. Like this is like the equivalent of saying we're talking about who's the best on the international stage, but the World Cup don't count. Of course, the World Cup counts.
The thing is, right?
All of a sudden, the Champions League don't count. Come on.
It's one of them things. I'm not trying to downplay the Champions League. It always comes across that way because when you say anything about it, people get defensive, like you're slating their club and their history. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you can win.
You're gonna get to this as well,
competitions on a bit of luck, a bit of
definitely.
You can win stuff like that, and that's why a lot of people will argue when you say, "Oh, it's the best competition ever." Do you know what I mean? Because you've got Zidane who went back to back to back, saying that the league is harder to win. He says that he's done it back to back to back. He's not hating. He's not one of these people that's like, oh, "I'm gonna downplay the competition." But when I say it, I'm downplaying it. When Zidane says it, it's, oh, well, he, you know, whatever. I don't even know what people say in response to that because he said that. Pep Guardiola says the same thing. So it's one of them things like, I don't know, like the season that Liverpool got to the Champions League final and lost to Real Madrid, if they win it that year, they were the 4th best team in the country based on the league. They had 25 points behind Man City that season. So it's not like one of them things where you can say they were the 2 best teams in the country at that time. And that was my argument. I'm not downplaying it. Do I want City to win it? Yes. Do I think City will win it? Yes. Will Man City fans change their mind when we've won it? I think some will. But I think a lot of people will still have these opinions on UEFA. And it's deeper than just a case of, oh, they don't want to win the Champions League because they've not won it before. Honestly, it's a thing. If you go to Man City and speak to these match-going fans and you speak to them, you'll see what I'm saying. And I don't even hold that opinion. I think we need to win the Champions League. And
because you see that because you're a level-headed one. Yeah, you just want to get to this comment before we get to the super chat. The main stage then is the World Cup. Messi's been better, but he didn't win it, so he's not been better. So that's void. You're talking about Ronaldo and Messi and that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I think Ronaldo there.
Do you know what? It's always one of them things.
Let me get to it. Drizzy Des, let me get to this. Love for the super chat first and foremost. He says, talent-wide, Messi is the best, but overall, Messi is not the goal to me. He goes missing in the most important games. That's not a conversation people want to have, though. Because man's 0-4 in international finals, isn't it? But people don't want to discuss that. People don't want to discuss that. I say this all the time. People's argument when it was Messi over Ronaldo was what Messi at that point had done in the Champions League up until Ronaldo had his run. And that's why Messi's better. And then when Ronaldo's outdone him, I disagree with Zidane.
When I watch him, really, in whatever competition. No, for me, Messi's just unreal. Like,
I hear that. You're cold. Cold. Yeah, he's cold. Devante saying, but love for the super chat as well. But yeah, that's my point on it in terms of what I don't like is Messi gets his flowers when he deserves his flowers because sometimes he is incredible. He's unreal. Yeah. The reason one why I go at him because I'm Messi stan, so I'm just running joke. I'm just running banter. But 2, the lack of criticism when he does certain things is mad. Like I said, he's been beat 8-0, 8-2 in a one-legged game, 7-0 in the other.
Yeah, but do you know what? To be fair, though, like even in that game,
let me finish. Let me land on that. No. Let me land on that. And he got no criticism. He got 0 criticism. Here, them 3 scores I just named. If that's Ronaldo, we're having a different conversation. All I'm saying is just be fair. It's fair in that. Man got beat 7-0 over 2 legs and 8-2 in another, and there was no criticism of him whatsoever. I'm just saying it. He was walking around in that. Let that be, you hear me, a certain number 6 at Manchester United. Different conversation. That's all I'm saying. That's pretty much it.
I don't know. It's one of them. I think you've got to look at everything because, like, it's kind of like people were talking today about, like, I don't know, Paul Pogba. Like, Paul Pogba's won a World Cup, so that puts him in a different category. But it's like, yeah, but David Silva won a World Cup, and David Silva was still not seen as the best midfielder in the Premier League, and he was killing it in the Premier League as well. It's not like he had a good World Cup, won the World Cup, and then went missing in the Premier League. Like, he actually was killing it in the Premier League, and he still didn't get them ratings. So it's just interesting because when it's certain players that people like, all of these stats come out, what they do in the Champions League, what they do in this all comes out. But when it's players that people don't like or don't really rate, it's like, oh, well, yeah, they got a World Cup. You know, so it's one of them things people use it for and against for the argument, innit? Because I would say that David Silva is better than Messi, even though he has a World Cup.
Yeah, I would say that.
So it's one of them things. You can't just see it like that. But I think all of it comes into play. The eye test comes into play. Stats come into it. There's a whole bunch of different things that go into it. Do you know what I mean?
Let me get to the super chat. Big up Drizzy. Does we also got new member as well.
I don't think Man City. I don't think Man City can't champ. Oh, I think he means can win Champions League because Pep seems to overthink himself for no reason. Do you know what it is? It's one of them things. I think it is a mentality thing. I do think it is that. But that being said, I'm not so sure that Pep can overthink it too much when it's a Dortmund or a Bayern Munich or a PSG. I think where he has issues is where it's an opposition where we're clear favourites and he starts overthinking it. I don't think we're clear favourites over Dortmund. I'm not saying we're not favourites. We're probably slightly favourites over them, but we're not clear favourites. So it's one of them where he will go into that game knowing that we're not clear. So last season, when we played Real Madrid, we had no problem knocking Real Madrid out. It's when it came to Leon and we both started when we all started overthinking it, and then we went into the game and we went out basically. So I think in that respect, I'm sure he will learn from it at some point. And I think obviously we'll see what happens. But it's a case of when, not if. All these people saying, you know, we're never going to do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, you said that about the Prem. They said that about City would never win a trophy, you know. Said it all the time. You said that about Chelsea years ago.
Of course, man. You're going to say that.
Champions League. Like, you know, we've been there every season. We're the most consistent team in the Champions League from the Premier League. We're in every single season. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them things. Yes, okay, the last sort of few years, Liverpool have come back in and they've been successful in it, but they weren't there consistently over the last 10 years. They just tend to, when they get in, they do well in it. So it's one of them things. I just think it's going to be a case of when, not if. And
yeah, I've said this. Yeah. Of course, he's not going to turn around and say, yeah, City are going to do these things. Obviously, it's because you're a United manager. I'm never going to say, what I will say, I've said this before and I say this. Do I believe City will win the Champions League? Yes. Simply because of the quality you have and the amount of money you spend, you're going to be able to attract and have quality and a quality manager. I just think you don't win it under Pep. I think you do at Chelsea. And me and JV was having this mad conversation, how Chelsea won it arguably under their worst manager. They won the Champions League under arguably, obviously Chelsea fans can get at me in the comments and give me their thoughts, but you could argue Di Matteo, I don't know if he's worse than Lampard, is bottom two. And then JV made a great point. With their second worst, Avram Grant, they made it to the final. Yeah, so that's what I can see happen with City.
This is why I was saying what I was saying. I'm not trying to disrespect teams or anything like that. But this
being hella disrespectful, people don't have it.
Some of the best teams don't win it. Some of the best teams, like people talk about that Arsenal season where they were the best team, you know what I mean? And they didn't win it. So it's just the way I see it is usually the best team in the Premier League wins the Prem. That's usually how it works, right? There's only a few seasons where the best team underperform. And if they underperform, they're not the best team that season. So it's rare that happens. Whereas in the Champions League, that happens more often. I'm not saying that it happens every season. You've just read out the winners. It usually is one of the best teams. But there is them sort of seasons like the Leicester season where someone else can win it. So even if Man City, because Man City are one of the best teams in the world, that's a fact. You know what I mean? That's not an opinion. We are one of the best teams in the league, in the world. If teams that aren't the best can get there, then why would you argue that Man City, who are one of the best, can't do it? Like, it makes no sense. There's no logic behind that. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Arsenal struggled themselves. You know, we'll have to see what happens with Man City. We could end up like at Arsenal where we get to finals and we just can never get over the line. Who knows? But I think Man City win it.
I think I've said this. I think you win it. Big up Nippon Sharma, who's become a member. Much appreciated. I need to actually double check what level you signed up to, but love for that, Nippon. Obviously, we've seen you here. He's become a member. If you want to join Nippon and the rest of the members, the link is underneath the video. You can become, all the perks are there. Great perks that myself and Yan City put together. Underneath the video, people, the link is there to become a member of Sarcasm City TV. But yeah, just back to the Ronaldo mess. The reason, like I said, I've said this and this ties into my argument, is I always keep the same energy. Like I said, I don't care about records and care about trophies. The reason why I'm Ronaldo over Messi, Ronaldo wins me more trophies. Simple as that. They both were in the Liga together. Messi outdid him. They both were in the Champions League together. Ronaldo's won more. International level, Ronaldo's won more. Simple as that. Like, that's what it is. That's not taking away from Messi's greatness.
More leagues than Ronaldo.
No, I don't know leagues. He's won more than Ligas. Yeah. Leagues overall, I'm not sure. But I'm presuming so, yes.
Yeah.
But that might even it out, but I'm going to check. But that's just me. Give me the Champions League over the Ligas. Give me back-to-back. Let me do something. And he done historical. People sleep on that. No team retained that trophy. Yeah. And we've had some of the best, not even some, there isn't, oh man, let me clear this up. The best teams, some of the best teams of all time won that trophy and couldn't retain it. Not only did they win it twice, they won it 3 times in a row and 4 times in 5 years. Come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, like, in terms of, like, I do think the Champions League is one of them trophies, though, that once you've won it, I think it just becomes slightly easier to win it again. Like, that's how I feel. Like, we've seen it before, and this is why Chelsea have a genuine good chance of winning it this season. And it's not because Chelsea are better than the teams left in it, because I don't think they are. Don't think they're better than Bayern Munich.
Sorry to cut you off. Right, I'm off. United are absolute garbage. So glad Ollie's at the wheel for another few years. Flawless anytime you want to debate. Come over to Man City Fan TV. Good luck with the channel, love. Just message me in it. Just message me and we'll sort something out. Definitely in that. 1,000,000%. You know what I'm saying? You try to downplay the Champions League. But yo, people, make sure you subscribe to Man City Fan TV as well, because you can catch Yan City over there too. And this is my point. Not 6 trophies. Context matters. Sorry to cut you off. I'm talking about importance. I'm not talking about a Copa del Rey. I'm talking about Champions League and that. Give me free chance. Let me
win. But to be fair, he won the Champions League and that. He won that.
He won it. Well, he didn't win it back to back. That's my point. He didn't win it. Ronaldo broke ground on that. He won it back to back. Something that's never been done before. And then after that, he won it again.
Do you know what? It's just one of them things, and it's always going to be like, I don't know.
Hold me to that, man. Shout me, man. Don't worry about it. You can hold me to that. Go on.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, it's just one of them things. Like, I don't really like debating about the Champions League, because you always get people, everyone has their own little agenda on it, innit? So if their team's won it, it's like, oh, it's the best thing ever. If their team hasn't won it, it's like, you know, I know Man City fans, some of them, it will be because we haven't won it, but some of them, they just genuinely do not like the competition. And I'm not even making this up. This is a fact. Like, I'm not trying to make it up. Like, personally, I do want to win it. I think the players want to win it. I think the club needs it. And I do want to win it. And, you know, it's one of them things. But like you said, and like I always say, it might not be when Man City are this good. We might win it when we're not as good, which is why I was saying it's one of them things where it's, I don't know, like, say, for example, Man City next season completely fall off. Chelsea go and win the league, right? Man United finish second, have a fantastic season. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Like, say they have a fantastic season, right? So Chelsea win, Man United chase them down to the last game. It's like a point in it or something like that. Man City finished 4th on 65 points. Pretty average season, but go and win the Champions League. I wouldn't be able to say Man City are the best team in Europe, because it wouldn't be factually correct. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've won the biggest competition in Europe. That would be a fact. But I wouldn't say that Man City team are better than the Man City team that we've had in the past. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's one of them things. I get, like, where you're coming from. I do get it. That's where it's ranked as the elite. I do get that. I get all of that. And I get that, obviously, winning it is important. I get that. But I just think there is an argument where people can kind of slip through to the final. It happened with Tottenham. They slipped through to the final. You know what I mean? So I think Man City might win it when we least expect it. We might win it when we're not as good. You know what I mean?
I agree with that to an extent. Like I said, they can see that. Just to this, why is back-to-back more important than 6 in the season, which has never been done before till buying the season? Because to me, winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row in this era is harder than winning 6 trophies in one season at Bayern Munich. What were the 6 trophies they won? They won the Bundesliga, they won the Champions League, they won their version of the German Cup, probably their version of the German League Club, a Club World Championship, and something else. Yes, 3 years. You gotta understand this, Devante. I don't know how old you are, but if you look back at the Champions League sides that didn't retain it, we're talking some of the greatest sides of all time, including Messi's. I've said this, that Barcelona side, the original one, under Rijkaard, is probably the best.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's the best club side I've ever seen.
Like the same thing, I would say that Real Madrid squad that went back to back to back, there's probably been better teams. Do you know what I mean? I think there's probably been better teams throughout history.
Throughout history in the Champions League, I think they're in the conversation for the top three because they stick out. Because you got to think that team, who was it? It was Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale, Modric, Cruz, Casemiro. The defense is a little bit. The AC Milan side sticks out.
I just mean man for man, squad wise.
Yeah, I'm saying man for man. Okay, let's do this. Since we're here, we're talking Champions League. Let's do this. Let us know your thoughts in it. Let's do this. I'm looking at the Champions League winners right now. So you got the Real Madrid side we spoke about. I think. Are you? Which one is Barcelona's best side? I think it's the original. The Messi, Ronaldinho, Eto'o, Yaya Toure, Xavi Iniesta, Abidal, Puyol, Marquez, Dani Alves, Valdez. I think that's the best Barcelona side out of all of them. I think it's better than the Xavi Iniesta, Busquets, Suarez, Neymar, Messi.
Yeah, that one was later, wasn't it? Because there was that. Because when Pep was there, he didn't have Neymar and everything. That was
the Pep one. Pep had Ronald. Did Pep win it with Ronaldinho? You should know this because you're a Pep man. So you should know this.
Yeah, no, he got rid of Ronaldinho when he came through, innit?
Okay, so what was his front three when he won the Champions League?
He had Messi. I'm sure Thierry Henry was there.
It was Thierry Henry. But who else? It was Thierry Henry and who? You lot in the comments, let us know.
Can't remember. I used to have a T-shirt with all the names on the back, you know.
Hey, you lot, instead of arguing with each other and telling us we're wrong, let us know who was in that side. You know what I'm saying? What year was it? I'm going to check the year now. What year was it?
2008-9, I think.
Oh, when they beat us, innit? All right, one sec. Let me check it now, innit? Barcelona.
2008-9, I think it was, that season.
Squad of 2009.
Wait, actually, he won, because I know Pep won a treble in his first season, then he won 6. So I'm not sure what year it was, you know, because I don't think he won. Yeah,
because he's saying Zlatan's here and Zlatan didn't win it in 09.
No, Zlatan's never won it.
Well, so why is it saying Zlatan 2000? Yeah, it's mad. Who was it? Oh, it was Eto'o. Oh, wait, was Eto'o, Henry, Messi? Right.
Yeah. I knew Henry was definitely.
Wait, Ronaldinho wasn't there in 08.
No, he got rid of Ronaldinho, so maybe Ronaldinho was there for the first season. But then I don't
that's the best. But all right. Yeah. Okay. So what other sides we saying? That AC Milan side we can't forget. The one 2000.
Was definitely there for a bit, but let's see when he left.
That Barcelona side. We're talking just when it turned into the Champions League, people. So like what we remember. You know what I'm saying? See? So that's my whole point. You talking about, I forgot where we was even at. Yes.
Yeah, so 7-8 was his last season.
1
minute.
Hey, you lot get these likes up, man. Get these likes up. And of course, the chat's going crazy. So if you want to make sure your chat gets spoken about, membership or super chat, just in case. Yeah, I know Ronaldinho won it in 06. Yeah.
Because he was injured in that last season, wasn't he, before he left?
Before he left. Like I said, that's the greatest. That's the great.
Yeah, he won it in 05-06. Ronaldinho.
See, I disagree with this flawless on football. It's Barca 2011. I know you like Henry and Dino, but 06 and 09 not as good as 11. I disagree, but that just adds into my point. Whether we agree which one's the best Barcelona side, look at the great sides. Look at the players we're talking about.
Yeah. That 2000, they won the 6.
Yeah, look at the Messi. Look at the Henry, Ronaldinho. We're talking Messi, and none of these teams won it back to back. Ronaldo did it 3 times in a row.
But this is why I'm saying I think that Barcelona team.
What do you think the best Barcelona team?
This is why I'm saying I think that Barcelona team was better than the Real Madrid teams that have won back to back to back. Do you know what I mean?
Goes to show how good they was. That's my whole point.
But this is what I'm saying. Because I think, and you know, this is always going to be the case unless Man City go and win the Champions League back to back to back. I'm not going to be able to have this argument. But I think personally that Barcelona team, was the best team that I've seen ever. Like that, the way they played, what they won, because people talk about how people play, but what did they do? How did they back that up? Well, they went and won everything. You know what I mean? So it's one of them things. It's, for me, that was the best team that I've seen, and they still didn't go back to back to back. So you can use it for your argument, which says this shows how hard the Champions League is. But then at the same time, you've got a Real Madrid team who weren't as good as that Barcelona team that did go back to back to back. So it's quite.
I think that, you know what though? The thing is though, I think they're close though. I think they're top 3.
Like, my example would be like Man City this season.
Sorry to cut you off. We need to pull up these squads. Let me. Oh shit! Did I just remove you? Right, let's go back. Did I just remove you then? My bad.
Yeah.
My apologies. I legit did that by accident. I'm gonna pull up these squads because to me, the Barcelona sides, they get in there. So your 06, 09, 11, the Real Madrid side, the AC Milan side. They're probably United 99 are throwing there. They're the best 5. None of them won it back to back.
But this is the thing. This is the thing though, because it's like, it's one of them things like Man City this season, for example, they're a very good all-round squad. Like we've got a good defense, we've got a good midfield, we've got a good attack. Like that's not really happened with Man City before. We've had like a okay defense, a quality midfield, and a quality attack.
Read that.
Yeah. Do you know what? But it's one of them things though. Like if Man City did do the quad, or even if Man City just won the Champions League this year, the Champions League and the league, I don't think this is the best Man City team, as in that we've had, even in this past however long, right? But obviously they would be the best team on paper. Do you know what I mean? Because they've won everything, or they've won the Champions League and the Prem. They would go down as a better sort of team. But really, if you watch the football this season, like we've had periods of the season where we weren't great. Then we got back into it and we got better. And to be fair, in the Champions League, we've not put a foot wrong. We've actually been very good in the Champions League from the start. Like even when our Premier League form was terrible, our Champions League form was good. So we've actually done really well in the Champions League this season. But yeah, I wouldn't say, I think the Man City with the original spine with Aguero, David Silva, Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany, them sorts of players were like, they formed a better team, if you know what I mean. But then we had more deficiencies then than we have now. So it's like, I'm not saying this, and this is why I always try and bring it back to City, because I don't want you to think that I'm just hating on certain teams, because I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying what would be said on paper if we went and did the quad this season doesn't tell the full story. When there's been City teams that have probably more deserving of winning the quad before that haven't done it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Back to this, not Dupe's comment, Devante's comment. He says here, this is so wrong. He says, difference is those teams were tanking in the league at the expense of the Champions League, like Real Madrid. They won it one of the years they did the double. The other 2 years they finished second. So they barely tanked. They just got beat by very good Barcelona sides. I'm saying you can try and take away from it, but it's like it's never been done before. And we won't see it again, I don't think. There's a reason it's not been done before.
Real Madrid, like in their history, they've done it before. So even though they've obviously, this is slightly different, it's in their club DNA to do something like that. I don't think it's in a lot of teams' DNA to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like Liverpool. Like Liverpool are a key example of having that Champions League mentality. Do you think, right, that Liverpool team went and got beat by like Burnley, Fulham at home, all of these teams that realistically you wouldn't expect them to lose. Then they went away in the Champions League and just pushed Leipzig aside easily. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the Liverpool mentality. And this is why if Liverpool do get to a final against like a Man City, they're favourites. I don't care.
Wait, one sec. It's all football heritage. They went 10 years without winning it. You know what I'm saying? And that. Stop trying to take away from it. They did that in the 1900s before we was all born and that. Yes, it's in your DNA. They went 10 years without winning it. 10 whole years in that. They went a whole decade. So where was it then?
Is one of the trophies. There isn't consistent winners of it that win it every sort of 4
That's my whole point.
Like that's just.
And you have a team come along and win it 4 out of 5 years, and you win, and people wonder why I call this guy the GOAT. He took them teams in that. They won it 4 out of 5 years. This is not regular stuff. Messi with them great Barcelona sides.
Do you know what I would say though? There are teams that are more suited to the Champions League than others. That is a fact. Because I think Man City, the way we used to play, was great for the Premier League, but it didn't work in the Champions League. This season, at the beginning, it didn't work in the Prem, but it worked in the Champions League. Then we found a balance. So we'll see what happens in the knockout rounds, but Man City have changed the way they play, and we are looking better in the Champions League than we have done. So whether we'll go and win it or not, I don't know. I think the teams in our way to the final are very, very difficult to beat. You know, people can say, oh, we're favourites against Dortmund. Yeah, we are. But the reality is they're still a decent side. If you get kicked out by Dortmund, I'm not going to be embarrassed. Am I going to be a bit annoyed? Yes. Am I going to be embarrassed? No, I'm not. You know, it's one of them things. They're a quality side in Europe. You know, they don't do too well in their league. I know they've won it a few times, but in recent years, but they tend to do really well in the Champions League. So it's not an embarrassment to go out to Dortmund. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, this whole football heritage in all comps, they say Madrid have won like 3 La Ligas in 10 years. So yes, it matters, but like we're not taking away from what man's done. That's my whole point. We're not taking it away like this is the norm. That man did special things in a competition we've not seen before, where we've seen some of the greatest clubs sides of our lifetimes. That's my whole point. We've just been through it. Them AC Milan sides, United sides, Barcelona sides, other Real Madrid sides. Mad.
Man City just need to win it so I can just
City has struggled in the Champions League because their manager and their players weren't good enough. It wasn't nothing to do with football heritage.
Do you know what I do? Do you know what I do think? I think the way we used to set up wasn't beneficial to the and this is why Real Madrid is so strong in the Champions League. For that reason, they're set up to win it. They're actually more set up to win it than other teams, and that's why they can go back to back to back. Do you know what I mean? Like it is one of them things. There's a lot of factors that go into it. It's not just
there's more factors. I'm just saying I don't like people taking away from it. That's all it is. People love to take away from it, and that's what
people take away from everything. Like you're even getting now people saying like, "Oh, the league now, Man City, like." Like everything that we do, people take away from it. Oh, the league's not as strong anymore. This, that, and the other. It's always going to happen. Like it's always going to happen. So, at the end of the day, like unless that's when it's your team and you're in that bubble and you're like, yeah, you know, my team are the best ever because of this. You're always going to get someone saying, well, Barcelona won the league. Like,
I hear that.
You're always going to get that. You know,
but yeah, switching lanes obviously because this is GyalDem City meets ManDem United, but we just went off on a whole Champions League run. But City are in the Champions League, so it makes sense. But switching lanes to Manchester United, I keep fucking around with this mic.
The Europa League now.
Let's go quickly into the Europa League. Any questions you might have?
I agree with this though. Before we move on, the mentality thing is our players haven't won it, and Pep failing with Bayern has created so much pressure. I agree with that. I think if he wins it with Bayern Munich. I don't think City are under the pressure that they're under now.
I get what you're saying, but that's why I criticize Pep. And what have I said from the jump? Manchester City will win the Champions League, just not under Pep. I don't think he has it in this competition. I don't think he has it. He's one of the greatest managers of all time.
I am getting a Salah tattoo. Did you know?
I don't want to see much. If they win the Champions League, you're gonna hold you to that, fam.
Yeah, you're gonna hold you to that. It. Where are you gonna get it? Let us know where you're gonna get it.
Knowing him, we'll probably put it on his face or something.
You know what? Leon are a bit of a bogey team for us, you know.
See that? The fact that Leon are a bogey team for you lot, but like I said.
But this is the thing, we can knock out Real Madrid and then go out to Leon. That's just the way
I always ask you this because I always forget. What year did you knock out Real Madrid?
Last season. And then we lost to Leon.
Oh yeah, this was a Ronaldo, this Real Madrid, isn't it? All right, okay. All right.
Yeah, but that's every bloody final. We should have knocked them out that year. Jesus Christ. Like 0 shots on target. Come on now.
Indiana says we should be winning the Europa, especially. Yeah, for once, surprisingly, I am in full 100% agreement with Indiana. Manchester United should be winning the what's it called? And you lot with the why you got toilet roll on the top on the wall with your shit jokes. You're not saying the same shit. Come creative, man. Same shit joke in it. You know what I'm saying? Most successful team in the fucking country. even though we're shit. Hey, less of that. But as Indiana's saying, hey, we should be winning the Europa League if everyone's fit, and I'm in full agreement with him. I've said this: Manchester United should win it. If we don't, I'm looking hard at both the manager and the players. I don't want to hear anything about the board or owners because we have all the tools to win the Europa League. Should we get past Granada? Yes. Then we have either Ajax or Roma. I don't know too much about them. I don't want any Ajax or Roma fans going at me. I don't need no Italian fans jumping in, telling me that the Premier League's a farmers league like they did with Man City. I never forget that with them Dortmund fans. Talking about United at an easy draw. Blah, we're going to win 4-0.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what he said, City at an easy draw. That is
imagine if they win 4-0. Do you know what? I would say I'd be in the mud, but I wouldn't because I didn't say that we were going to win that game. Like I was.
You was actually being bad. You was being hella respectful.
I was saying it's going to be a difficult game. We'll have to see.
Yeah. So Ajax thrashing teams in Holland lately. Flawless. Hope Roma win versus them. See, because I don't know too much about either of them. I don't know who I really want. But with the quality we have, we can hit anybody. And there's a reason both of these teams are in the Europa League. And then the final, I reckon it's going to be Villarreal, but it could be Arsenal. But whether it's Villarreal or Arsenal, we should win that game. That's just to me, though. That's how I'm looking at it. And we have to look at the players and the managers. And the managers, seriously, if we don't at least make it to the final. Obviously, 90 minutes in the final, anything can happen. Let me check Ajax out, actually. You lot saying the thrashing teams in Holland. All right, let's find out.
Devante made a good point, actually.
Well, what did he say?
He said, my point is when you look, Madrid used to bin off the league and focus on Champions League. Fighting on multiple fronts is harder. That's why Messi did the treble twice.
That's
City currently, because that's what
that's nonsense because they won a double in that period.
Paris.
They won a double in that period.
No. What I'm saying is a lot of people will say like Man United team of 99 is the best because they won a treble. So regardless of what they did in each competition, they'll say because they won the 3 trophies. So it is kind of true. Like if you win, that's why if Man City did win the quad, they have to be on that platform because they've done all 4 in one season. So that's like kind of my point. Like people ain't gonna get it, but I was just saying like
what you said there makes sense.
This season, is this the best ever Man City team that I've ever seen? I don't know. Is it the strongest in terms of on all fronts? Then I would agree. Yeah, I think it is, depending on what we do. If we don't win anything, if we just win the Prem, and I hate saying just win the Prem because
it's mad. I get your point. Though.
If we win the Premier League and we don't win anything else, it's gonna be one of them where it's gonna be seen as a bit of a letdown. I'd say I would expect the double from Man City. I would expect 2 trophies. I wouldn't expect 4. 4 is unrealistic.
No.
3 is doable if it's the domestic treble, I think. Less doable with the Champions League. I feel like Man City, I don't know.
Oh, I get your point because, like I say, saying just the Prem at the start of the season would be mess. But because of the position that you're in, it makes you kind of go like, if you're in 4 competitions, you should at least get half. Should you beat Spurs? Should you beat this Spurs side that are in turmoil in the Carabao Cup? Yes. Should you win the league? Yes. So that's 2. The FA Cup, if you get past Chelsea, which is one of them, is 50-50. Then you should, whoever you play in the final, you should win the FA. Champions League, I'm just looking at this completely objectively, like as if I was a City fan. And Champions League is one of them. Like if it depends on
further for me.
I'm looking on get further 1 and how we go out. So if you play PSG or Bayern and Lewandowski just does an absolute mazzel, you hold your hands up and say, you know what, absolute mazzel.
That's what City fans were saying that they want. They want to see us past Dortmund and put up a good fight against the winner of PSG Bayern Munich. That's what they want to see. I'd be happy with that. Do I want to win it? Yes. But would I be happy battling it out with Bayern Munich or something and potentially going out? Then, I wouldn't be too against that. As long as 2 trophies, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Nippin, did we blank your question? Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Let me answer this and then we'll get to your question. Our apologies on that. Flawless not having me today. Need the bucket out, Flawless. I just disagree. It's all love, man. You already know it. If you know what it is, because I actually value and rate your opinion. That's why I'm responding to you and that. Innit? I just disagree. But you're my guy, Devante. You should know this and that. Minus the team you support, you already know what it is. Question: who is better, Gertz or Gundogan? That's a question for you, that. That is definitely for you. It's not asking me. That's definitely for you.
You know, big up my guy Gundogan. I haven't seen enough of Goretzka. Is that how you say it?
Very lovely pronunciation. That was
I've
beautiful.
not seen enough of him. But Gundogan is my guy, man. Or Gundogan, I should say. But yeah, he's thinking. Yeah, it's 2011 when they went back to back to back.
Yeah.
I
I don't know, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'm presuming it's Messi and Barcelona. I'm just talking about Champions League.
That's also true. Do you know what's interesting, right? Dupe says Ronaldo was brought to Juventus to actually win the Champions League. It's very interesting because as much as people say Man City need to win it because Pep's been brought in to win that, PSG have been sucking managers like no one's business to win that. They brought in Mbappe and Neymar to win that. So it's not just Man City that are sort of going for it, and everyone else is like, oh, well, we'll win it if we win it. Like, it's one of them things. It's very interesting. That's why I thought before the season started that PSG would win it because they need it. Like, and I know people talk about they'd rather have a Champions League over the league. Like, in the French league, yes, because that's sort of a given at the start of the season. I don't care how good Man City are. The Premier League is never a given at the start of the season. Most likely to win it? Yes. Is it guaranteed? No. It's never guaranteed. Next season, you know, you've got Chelsea fans, because obviously they're going to bring in a hell of a lot of talent this summer. They've already spent a lot of money last season. They've got a good squad there in general. So they're expected to challenge for the Premier League season next year. But you can't say it's nailed on. Even if they get Haaland, you can't say, oh, that's the title done.
No.
Because who knows that they're going to click, and who knows that Man City and Liverpool and, you know, the other teams are not going to step up and be back there fighting. So, you know, it's one of them things you just can't guarantee it. Whereas I think the minute you bring Mbappe and Neymar into your side in France, you kind of are nailed on to win the league. Like, that's just the way it is. Whether you win it or not is up to your team. But you are sort of nailed on. So the Champions League is more important to PSG than it is to Man City. I'm not saying it's not important to Man City. It is. We still need it. But I think PSG really are going to fight for it. You know what I mean? And that we saw that from when the manager got sacked after getting to a final. Because I know for a fact if Pep gets to the Champions League final, he's not getting sacked.
They're the French version of you lot. In terms of they've won the league, they've won all the domestic. Now they've brought in the big players, they brought in the big manager in man, like he's magic, you know. They brought him in as well. Wait, why don't screw up your face and that? That's my guy Poch. You know what I'm saying? When he picks up the Champions League, we doing a PSG celebration, how we fought.
You know what? If he picks up the Champions League, it'll be Man City for again, innit?
Yeah, man. PSG, yo, my man Kylian, you get what I'm saying? My man Kylian, you know what I'm saying? My guy Mauricio.
So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you better not even. I would have kicked you off the stream if you would have disrespect Kylian. You don't do them things.
My guy Haaland.
I don't. When do I disrespect? What do you mean, me? When? I said I'm reserving judgment. I said I'm going to be watching him closely. That's what I said. Someone had a good question. Where is it? Devante, man, you always giving me killer great questions and it's late and that. He says, Flawless, who's been better in the last 4 years, including this City or Liverpool? What have you lot won in the last 4 years?
What have we won? We've won. If we win this season, it'd be 3 titles in 4 years. We've won 1 FA Cup. We've won 3
titles. 3 Carabaos, 3 titles. Say maybe an FA Cup. Well, no, I think where he's getting at with this is but
is Liverpool winning the Champions League and 1 league title better than winning 3 league titles?
Absolutely not. But if Liverpool win 3 league titles, 3 Champions Leagues in a row, yes, they're better in it. I don't think there's a better feat unless someone wins 3 league titles in a row. But then Jan City was talking about it being a given. La Liga, you know that. Not that it's a given, but it's much easier for Barcelona to win La Liga. So yeah, I'm saying 3 Champions League. It's harder to win the Champions League than La Liga. That's what I'm saying. Where we at? Why did you? Your man Kylian.
I think it's because I said that if Man City were to win the quad, I'm not sure that that's the best Man City team that I've seen, even though they would be the best. Well, I'd say they're the best team, but I wouldn't say it's the best starting 11, if you know what I mean.
That's spot on. Yeah. That's spot on. Poch is a fraud. Hey, let's say the Poch slander. Poch is a kid. He's magic. You know, I just like this. The song's fire as well, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Now I can sing it again. The song is fire, and that because United ain't in the Champions League, I can actually back them, and I'm a big fan of Kylian as well, innit? I'm a big fan of Mbappe. I say Kylian like I know the brother, but yeah, that's my dunk kid. I do, innit? I say Kylian like man just knows him. My guy Kylian, you know what I'm saying? And then add in the
he looks like a Ninja Turtle.
Hey.
I look like a Ninja Turtle.
Hey, the Ninja Turtles is one of the greatest.
You see what his teammates got him, I think, when he was at Monaco.
What did he get?
They got him a present, so he unwrapped the present, and then he opened it, and it was like a Dior. He opened the box, and then he got like a shoebox out, and it said Dior on it. So we opened it, and it was like had all the stuff, but then it wasn't shoes. It was a mask, like a Ninja Turtle mask. So he like opened all these layers and got that. It was funny. So funny.
Nah, I hear that.
Stuff like that.
I hear that. Where we at now? Flawless, do you think Martial, and we ain't going all into this, do I think he'll be sold in the summer? No. I'm with you. I hope not. And I don't think he is. I don't see many major movements coming in or going out of Manchester United.
Mohammed said this, right, which I actually agree with. This season gives me 2012 vibes.
When you're back in Mohammed, I know it's something's wild in it. We need to end the stream. Jesus Christ.
We're living it in 2012 again. Chelsea won the Champions League and FA Cup. City will win the league. United second, but Spanish team knocked us out in 2012. Granada is going to knock us out. I don't think Granada will knock you out. And I don't think Chelsea will win both. I think it's a possibility. But I just think, and who won the League Cup in 2012? I swear it was Liverpool. So it can't go exactly how it's gone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it does. Chelsea have a genuine good chance of winning them 2 trophies, because I think the FA Cup, they're going to go for that more than us, because even if they win the Champions League, I don't think they'll expect to win the Champions League. I think it's one of them that they just get there, get to the final, and then it's anyone's game. And I think on their day they can maybe do it. But I don't think they'll expect to. So they will want to knock Man City out in the FA Cup so that they don't go trophyless. That's the way they'll see it. So I think they will go all for that. And then I think, obviously, in the final against Leicester or Southampton, I can't really look past Chelsea. So the FA Cup makes sense. The Champions League, I think it just depends on who goes through, because PSG, if they go through, I think they have to beat Chelsea. And they've knocked out Chelsea, I believe, quite a few times now in the Champions League. So I can see PSG winning it. I think Bayern Munich, realistically, they should beat Chelsea. That being said, no one really retains it. I know we spoke about Real Madrid, but people don't tend to retain it. So I don't know if Bayern Munich will go back to back. So that kind of favours Chelsea a little bit. And then Man City, again, I think Chelsea in that final, I know the players haven't won it, but the team have won it before. The club have won it before. So again, I think they've got a good chance. So I think unless if we go out to PSG and PSG beat Bayern Munich, I think Chelsea have the least chance of winning it than any other option.
Devante's got a question here. He says, is Chelsea's Champions League and FA Cup double better than City's domestic treble? Yes, and that's not me being biased. If you flip that, then yes, a domestic treble is not as good as a Champions League and FA Cup to me. Actually,
yeah, no, I think the domestic treble, but
because he tricked me with the Champions League, FA Cup. I'm trying to think.
I think the Premier League,
the Premier League and Champions League are a level.
Think about it,
the domestic treble. It's the domestic treble. Yeah, it's the domestic treble.
Means you've been consistent for probably 50 games in a season. You can win the Champions League and FA Cup being consistent for like
one thing
10 games.
Yeah, because with both of them, they both have FA Cups, and then you look at the other two. You know what I mean? One has a Premier League and a Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
So for that reason, domestic treble Yeah, I would say domestic treble, because more time when with questions like this, I'll always go with the more trophies. But I read it wrong. I thought he's put Champions League and Premier League. That's what I thought he put. And then I was like, hold up.
Yeah, a Champions League Prem double is better than any
that's what I thought he said. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But in this instance, the domestic treble, I'm saying in that. Champions League, but then again, it depends on who you're asking. So, like, say when United were at their height and we're winning leagues, my heart's set on the Champions League. Whereas because we've not won it. Whereas if you ask, I don't know, say if you ask Arsenal when Arsenal were winning leagues and stuff like that and competing, they wanted a Champions League. They made it to a final and lost.
A lot of Liverpool fans, they might say
they wanted the Premier League. They wanted the Premier League.
The domestic treble right now because they've won the Champions League recently.
Yes, that's a prime example.
The domestic treble because they haven't won the FA Cup in a while and they've not won the League Cup in a while. So it does depend.
One sec. Vaban, the domestic treble includes the FA Cup.
Yeah,
he's putting it out there, innit? Yeah, go on. Because he clearly didn't listen at that, innit? Yeah. Domestic treble includes the FA Cup.
See, Man City, the way I see it is Man City in that season, like people laugh at formidables and all that crap, but that was like it wasn't the quad. We weren't saying it was quadruple, so it's a different thing. But Man City went into 5 competitions that year and came out with 4 trophies. That's the way they see it. Whether one is a friendly or whatever, that's the way it was. That's the reality of the situation. If Man City go into 4 competitions this season and come out with 3, you can't. This is why, like you say, the amount of trophies sometimes trumps just winning one that might seem as more elite. Do you know what I mean? Because, yes, nobody wants to win the treble that Man United did with the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Europa League.
Because Fingy did that, innit? They did that dead treble. Liverpool, won in that. They won the Europa League, League Cup, and something else. Yeah.
That treble over a Premier League and I don't know, an FA Cup because they're seen as the more elite out of the competitions. But if it's the Champions League, it's a different story. But I think for City, we need to win the Champions League. But if you ask me now, because someone asked me once, if you could only win 1 trophy this season, which one are you taking? I'm not taking bottle in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Because where we are in the league right now, even though Man City is the champions,
what I will say is that
I'll take the Prem.
Not bottling it, but all right, the start of the season, what you taking? 0-0-0.
Start of the season, I wanted the Prem, but I wanted us to go further in the Champions League. But I guess at the start of the season, if you said you could only win 1, then I would have said the Champions League. But from where we are right now,
obviously where you're at now is different. Yeah, it has to be the Premier League. But you're speaking to a United fan. I'd rip your arm off for a Carabao Cup at this moment in time. But we move, innit? You get what I'm saying? We move. It's hard times.
You know what? It's so funny to get people online like, I don't care about the Carabao Cup. It's like, when did you last win a trophy? Like, if you're a Man City fan and you're saying that, okay, you've won the last 3.
You lot Carabao Cup slags. That's what it is. Give it up, man, innit? You lot just slags for the trophy.
If we win it this year, we've actually got the most out of everyone in that competition. It's crazy. The thing is with Man City is it's one of them things like it's kind of like when you're new to something. So it's like even YouTube, right? You start a channel now, right? There's people that have 1 million subscribers, right? You're not at 1 million right now. So you just have to kind of pace things, based on how much you can until you get to where you need to be, sort of thing. And it's like Man City, we came into sort of our successful era, right? With Man United clear on Premier League titles, Liverpool clear on titles, right? Chelsea kind of clear on titles. So we came in at a point where it's like, okay, we're not going to overtake Chelsea right now. We're not going to overtake this. So we have to do it bit by bit. So Man City are at a point now where we've overtaken, if we win the league this season, which it looks like we will, we'll overtake Chelsea for league titles, right? Then it's like the next step would be to overtake like the likes of Everton and teams like that. You know what I mean? That would be the steps. We're not going to go out there to overtake Man United. Like it's not realistic. Do you know what I mean? So obviously stuff like the Champions League, if we can win that, and I think if we win it once, we'll win it again. I think it's one of them that will probably win like 2 within 10 years or something like that. I can see that happening. because that whole mental block won't be there. And I think Man City are always going to be up there in the Champions League fighting. So I think once that mental block's gone that we can't win it, I would back City to maybe do it again. So them sorts of things, like the League Cup and the Champions League, if we get 1 or 2 under our belt, we can start looking at them sorts of records. Because the Premier League, we'd have to win it every year for quite a while to get to where Man United are, or even Liverpool right now. So, or even Arsenal, to be fair, because Arsenal are a little bit ahead. So, yeah, it's one of them things. We just have to break the records that we can break. But
I hear that. Yeah, you lot.
It's gonna take.
Get the likes up on the video. Get us to, I think it's 60 likes. Let me double check where we're at, because we're only at 54. So get us to 60 before we close out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Road to 2,500 subscribers, Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you subscribe to Yan City ENT. Also,
you know what? I'd say that it didn't suit the Champions League too much because we were too attacking and not defensive enough. And I think in the Champions League, the reason for me why the likes of Jose Mourinho have been successful at different clubs in the Champions League was because he was quite defensive minded. And I think with Man City, how many times have we gone out to a team that just defended better than us? Like attacking, going forward, there's not many teams that have come to Man City and outplayed us going forward. You know what I mean? It's not the case. We've conceded too many goals. We've never had a problem with scoring. Never been a problem. It's conceding too many goals. So I think the way we played this season should suit the Champions League a little bit more. I think last season we don't keep a clean sheet over 2 legs against Mönchengladbach. I don't think we do that last season. This season we did. So we're making a little bit of progress. But again, it's all on the day. It depends on what City turn up. It depends on how good our defence is on that day, because Laporte, to be fair, I love Laporte, but he's had a few times where he's had the worst performance of the season in the Champions League in a knockout stage. So it's like if we have sort of our defence having a day like that, we're not going through. That's the reality of it. So we need to be strong. But if we play our normal football, we should be okay.
Hey, Babs, big up Babs. He says, you might never sleep. I just messaged you on, I DM'd you on Twitter, Babs, to know if that's the real you. Message me back so I know it's the real you, so I can mud you. But yeah, fam, we don't sleep, man. We stay working and that. We don't sleep. Yeah,
leagues don't lie. That is a true. That is a fact. That is a fact. But
I agree.
You know, it's one of them things, isn't it? Because it's kind of mad, and this is like what I was making about the Champions League before, and like obviously it always comes across wrong to opposition fans, like when I'm trying to say it always does, and everyone always gets triggered. But it's kind of like, it's funny.
You're a troll, that's why.
No,
big troll. Look at your big face, big smile with you and your big face. Look at you smiling. Oh, nah.
Right? You just discussed that Real Madrid went back to back to back, right? They went back to back to back.
With the goal, yeah.
Season, the season after they've gone back to back to back, right? Tottenham Hotspur made the final. So imagine if Tottenham won it that year.
Yeah, but they didn't. They lost.
Real Madrid were the best team for 3 years, and then Tottenham were the best year of the year. Were the best.
Yeah, but they lost. They lost.
It's mad.
They lost though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, because the Liverpool side that was there was a great Liverpool side.
But I'm saying like the second best team in it, that technically.
Yeah, cool.
Based on the Champions League.
Same way I've seen some absolutely arse cheek sides finish second in the Premier League. I've seen Arsenal finish second not too long ago. Arsenal finished second not too long ago. Let's put that into perspective. I've seen Manchester United win a league title and win 3 games away from home the whole season. Pep's won a league title playing Otamendi and Stones at the back.
This happened. Do you know what? I love Laporte, but I think the Champions League gets to him a little bit. I really do.
Yeah, she my people's. Of course, I'm gonna respect her in that. We brethrens outside of this, like that's people's. Yeah. That's gang. Never no disrespect.
Oh my god, there's so many comments. Sorry guys, I'm well behind.
It's all right. Oh yeah, what's the real Babs? He just messaged me back. Babs, I'm gonna make you a mod, so just so you'll know it's the real you. That's all.
Oh, Mohammed wants to talk about United. No one cares about United.
Hey. That's all right.
City takes over ManDem United show. You should know that already.
No.
Yeah, I know. You're right, Dupe. He's always in here talking about City, saying that we're irrelevant. If we're irrelevant, you would just come here and ask all these questions about Man United. That's the reality of it.
Let me answer this. Mohammed, I can't pronounce your surname, so I would completely butcher that. I'm the Paul Merson of this. So if I don't say your surname, I'm not being rude. I just don't want to butcher it. He said, Flawless, what do you make of the report saying Brandon, Bailly, Martial, Donny, and Lingard ain't happy with the extension of Ollie's contract? If that is the truth, I've not heard about this. It makes perfect sense.
I doubt
these men are human beings like we are. They see what's going on. They see the football.
Do you know what though?
Go on.
It could be true about the last two, I think. Because Lingard obviously is on loan. So I'm not saying he's not happy at Man United. I think he just wants to play more. But Ollie clearly doesn't want to play him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have sent him out on loan. And Donny can hardly get off the bench. So that wouldn't surprise me. Martial, I don't know. He still gets his chances under Ollie. Bailly, he's injury prone, isn't it? I think that's why he doesn't play as much as he should. So him, I don't think that's on Ollie too much that he doesn't play. And then Brandon, is that Brandon Williams? Is that what he's called? Yeah, him. I don't think he plays too much either.
What I will say is the Lingard one makes perfect sense when you look at Lingard's been doubted. People saying Lingard's not good enough. Lingard's not this. Lingard's not that. He goes out to a worse. He goes out to a worse team with a worse manager, with worse players around him, and starts putting in stellar performances and gets called back into the England squad. So he's kind of like, I'm fit, I'm ready. Dan James is playing in front of me and my my Saturday league team, and I don't even play on the wing. I'm unhappy. So I understand it. Players in front of him, and that's going to be a common theme with this, continuously get played and underperform. So that's what. So the Lingard one I get. The Donny one is the same. We're struggling to create and score. I'm an attacking midfielder, and I'm not even getting my chance. I went through Donny's numbers with Saeed in terms of, I think he's played 190 minutes in the Premier League. He's played less minutes than Virgil van Dijk. So of course Donny's going to be pissed. Martial, totally understand why, because playing up front for this team must be the most frustrating thing ever. You see the ball once every 20 minutes, so I get it. Bailly.
The thing is, though, these players want to take from his job.
The thing is, Bailly, yeah, that's true.
So I don't know about that. I don't know.
Because again, individual brilliance will just kick in at any moment. Bailly, I understand as well. If Maguire and Lindelof are playing together ahead of me, I'm going to be pissed about that also. So that ties into it as well. And supposedly he's turned it down. And then Brandon Williams, who Ollie brought through, we've not seen, which is mad. This guy's just going to flog Wan-Bissaka. It's like, play Brandon Williams. So all five of those names, Brandon, Bailly, Martial, Donny, Lingard, I understand why they could be upset and why that could be true. And add on to what I've just said, playing terrible football, it doesn't look like we're going to win anything. So I understand. Of course they want him out. They're like us. Get me? People act like footballers don't talk like how we talk. Maybe not this openly and it's critical, like publicly, but in their circles, they'll be talking. Is this manager really good enough? Everybody's like, oh, the injuries and making 4 changes when you're chasing the game and it's all like for like. That's going to be a conversation. I've never seen some shit like that before in my life. But here's what it is.
Do you know what? That'll be interesting if Hansi Flick, because Hansi Flick is doing madness, isn't it? He's kind of doing now what Pep was doing in Barcelona.
Now, you know, when Hansi Flick, man's won more trophies than he's lost games.
No, I know. Like,
no, I'm just saying, that's just a mad stat.
Yeah, because I know when Pep came in to Barcelona, it was like, wow, look at what this man's doing. You know, he's young, he's come in, he's done that. Like, Hansi Flick, like, if he does retain the Champions League, which is quite likely, if we're being honest, quite likely. Like, they probably are the sort of PSG is the only thing in their way, really, I'd say.
Is Hansi Flick the most disrespected manager in Europe currently?
I don't know if it... The thing is, this is my issue with people saying certain things, because, like, when people talk about, like, Pep at Bayern Munich, it's like, oh, well, he was expected to do the treble. Why didn't he win the Champions League? So it's kind of like, because he's won 6 trophies in one season, and people would argue that the 3 that he won in Germany were kind of expected from Bayern Munich, it does then downplay what he's done, because people are saying, yeah, the Champions League was an achievement, but the others we kind of expected. And that's why I don't really like when people downplay things like, oh, well, Man City are expected to win everything, because whether you're expected to win everything or not, actually doing it is the hard part. Do you know what I mean? So I think, I don't know if I've never heard anyone say anything bad about him, but I just think if he retains that Champions League, like,
he's in the conversation.
I think a lot of people are going to rate him a lot higher, because that's what people rate as the best trophy. Whereas, you know, I don't know, like to win all them trophies in one season, like, it's happened once before. When it did happen, it got Pep his flowers. That's why people rate Pep so highly. So you have to hold him in that same sort of regard in terms of that, the 6 trophies. Do you know what I mean? What he does after will probably determine whether he is seen as, you know, one of the best managers in the world, which I think if he retains the Champions League, a lot of people will start saying stuff like that. So it's one of them things. But would I take him at Man City with his record right now? Yeah, I probably would, to be fair, if I'm being honest. So who knows? Maybe when Pep leaves.
Yeah, I don't think, like, what I'm saying is not that he's disrespected, but he's just overlooked what he's done. He's just overlooked, like, myself included.
I think this is what people do. They talk about leagues and they say, well, of course they were going to win that. And I think that's what it is. I think if he comes to the Premier League and wins 6 trophies, undebatable. One of the best ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, if not the best ever, because it hasn't happened before in this country. So it's just, when people want to downplay Pep, it's causing other people to downplay Hansi Flick, because you can't downgrade Pep for what he did at Barcelona and then rate Hansi Flick, because they did the same thing, you know, different teams, but the same thing. So I think that's where it comes from.
I didn't know this. So Kieran here, you lot, what's it called? Giving us new information. He said, when Flick was the assistant to Germany, they won the World Cup when he left first ever group stage elimination. I didn't know. I need to do more research. I didn't know what he'd done before this. I didn't know too much about him before he went there.
He is a quality manager, him.
It seems, but we just bypass that, because I think if this is Pep, if you put, and this is not shout out Pep, if this is Pep, Ancelotti, Mourinho, any of those type of managers who did that, we're putting him in high regard. But it's kind of like, but like you said, it comes down to being in Germany type of thing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's the Germany type of thing.
Yeah, well, the league every single year was in Germany, but people just go on like he went to Germany. That's not saying he failed. He won the league every year. So I'm not saying that I would expect Bayern Munich to win the league. I would, but he won the league every year, and it's like he failed. That's how mad it is in Germany, and that's why I think if he was in a different league, it would be more respected. But you know what? Maybe he's going to come to Man City, win us the Champions League back to back to back. Then he'll get the respect that he needs. Like, come on, Hansi Flick, if you're watching this, come over. I'll look after you.
Do you want full screen? Yeah, all right, full screen, and you can give your Hansi Flick at it. Why are you cutting out? Go on.
It's cool. If you want to come, Hansi Flick, let me know. When Pep leaves, I'll get the contract ready for you. It's cool.
There you go. Yeah, Indiana, it's too late for these jokes. It's almost 3 in the morning. Man said Florida, she missed out Ollie in it. But any manager, all jokes aside, any manager does what he did. We're talking about him, but we just overlook Hansi Flick, myself included. Kind of like, but I said it, you said it. It's when it comes to Germany and the Bundesliga, you just expect him to do it, type of thing. That's what it is.
It's just because the thing is with him is it's just because he was in that league, and it's his trophies have all been won in one go like that. So that's what it is. If he retains, like I say, if he retains the Champions League now, I think
he's in the conversation now.
Category. And I think at the moment it's kind of like he's done something that's only been done by Pep. So it puts him in his own bracket at the moment anyway. But if he can then go on better or do something better, or what's seen as better, he will probably get more respect. And that's just how it works with football. Like, I don't think Pep gets the respect that he does if he just won them 6. You know, if that was it. If he was at Barcelona, he won 6 in one season and then never won anything again. I think the respect for him has come after. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a combined thing, I think. So, yeah, we'll see. But maybe you can come to Man City after Pep, because people are asking me who want to replace Pep, and we're going to have to downgrade. But, you know, technically, if we get him, we're not going to downgrade too much. So that can work.
Pick up Zane, who said the work rates are next level, still live at 3 a.m. Love for that, Zane. Much appreciated. Zane is also a member of the channel. We did get a new member on this live also. So if you want to join the membership, you know what to do. Nippon says, are you going live till 5 a.m.? No, we're closing out the show shortly. But yeah, back to it. The reason why I haven't touched on Manchester United in the Europa League much, because there isn't really much to talk about. Do I expect United to at least get to the final? Yes, we should win it. But let's hope we do. In regards to the Premier League, it's a non-conversation. United, I think, will finish in the top 4 simply because we'll get enough points simply enough. Not only do I believe we'll collect enough points over that period of time, I think other teams will drop enough points. So even if we don't get enough points, teams will. There's always surprise results. There's no one who's flying. Yes, you have us, Chelsea, Leicester. Behind that, I'm not really too worried about our West Ham or whoever else. A Liverpool, maybe, if they can get it together. But yeah, love to everyone who is locked in. Big up Danny Slater, who says big up Flawless still. Big up. Hope you lot have enjoyed the show, man. This has been good. It wasn't supposed to be this long, but here we are. Yan City.
I've got work in 7 hours. Kill me now.
That's what it is. I get the shotgun ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm just reading the comments to see if I've missed anything. Sorry, guys.
All right. It's all right. You lot get the likes up as well. Let me check how many likes we are on. Love to everyone who's locked in, man. Like, for real, as much as you lot give us credit for work rate, if you lot ain't here at 3 a.m. and that, we're just here talking to ourselves. So love to you that. Flawless, what's the narrative going to be if we finish third and no trophy? So you're a United fan. They'll probably blame the board and Glazers. I don't know what it's going to be. I want this manager gone yesterday, so I have no idea what it's going to be. But then if that happens, if we finish third and we leave with no trophies, there has to be serious questions asked. Yeah, man. Yan City getting her flowers. Zane says, big up Yan City. 24 hours shift and still goes live afterward. She don't stop.
Yeah, my sleeping pattern is so messed up. Like, I went to sleep at 8 o'clock this morning. I had a team meeting at 10. So I finished my team meeting. I woke up late for my team meeting, to be fair. Did that for like 2 hours, stayed awake till about 3 p.m. Then went to sleep till 8. So my sleeping pattern is just a mess. Like, I don't even know how to get it. I suppose because I got to get up in the morning for work. Hopefully I don't miss work. Because, I can just imagine me waking up at like 3 p.m. and being like, oh, shit, I missed the whole day.
Alarms. And I'm taking it you're not doing GyalDem City tomorrow.
No, I cancelled it.
All right, so GyalDem City will resume next week, Saturday, people. But you will get content. We'll be going live tomorrow, straight after the Dillian White Povetkin fight. So straight after the White Povetkin 2 bout, we'll be going live immediately after the fight. I shouldn't say immediately, like 10, 15 minutes afterwards. We'll be live recapping that. What was your comment on the Europa League, Nippon? Here we go. I'm guessing it wasn't this, but we'll ask this question for both of you. Which team has a more delusional fan base, Arsenal or Liverpool? I don't think it's delusional. I think it's just jokes, and I think there's delusional people in all fan bases.
No. What I would say on that is, I think a lot of people have supported their football club for various reasons. So it's one of them situations where if you've supported your club because you were born in, I don't know, North London, and, they were the team around the corner, so you support Arsenal. Or say, for example, you're born in Africa, but there's a player in Arsenal that's from your specific country, so you support that player because they play for Arsenal. Like, a lot of Bermudan fans supported Man City at the time when Sean Goethe was there because he's their best ever footballer. You know what I mean? So from Bermuda, if you support Man City because of that or something like that, if it's one of them things, then you'll probably support them for that reason or whatever. So it's one of them things where it's not seen the same way. But if you're one of them people who, when you were a kid, you saw Liverpool winning everything. So this is kids that were born like in the 70s. So in the 80s, Liverpool won the league like something like 7 times in 10 years or just something daft like that. So if you supported Liverpool because of that, in your head, your reasons for supporting Liverpool are different. So you're probably not going to go into a season thinking, realistically, we might not win anything this season. You're probably going to see it as we're the biggest club, so we've won the most trophies. We're going to win everything. And I think mentality has kind of caught up with United a little bit, because a lot of your fan base are saying they're not happy because they should be winning the league, blah, 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 blah. But it's like the reality is Man United aren't the best team in the country at the moment. They're not. So it's one of them things. You can want to win the league all you want, but it would probably take a bit of a fluke season, which I think a lot of people thought it was going to be, for Man United to win it, because someone said, I don't know who it was, it might have been Indiana, something like that. Someone like that. Anyway, they said that were Man United, were they better than Liverpool and Man City last year? No. Were they better than Man City the season before? No. So it's not sort of underachieving from a Man United perspective, but at the same time, some of the fan base, they see it as we should be winning every year because we're Man United or whatever. So I don't know if it's delusion or it's just that big club mentality. Sorry, Indiana, I can't remember who said it. But yeah, like it's one of them things. I think their clubs kind of see it. Like you never normally find an Arsenal fan or a Liverpool fan that goes into the season saying, we're not going to win anything this year. Whether they win anything or not is a different thing. But you don't get people going into that season like, we're not going to win anything this season. You know, you just don't. So I don't know if it's delusion or it's just the standards that they have. But it's one of them things, isn't it?
I hear you. Anyway, we will close out the show. Nipam, we're going to get to this. Obviously, you're a member, so your comments take priority. It says, Flawless, I hope you guys win the Europa League so that scum team in North London, not Tottenham, don't make it to the Champions League. I hear that, man. No one wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Love to everybody who has locked in. Get the likes up. Like I said, we're at 60 likes now, so get them over whether you're watching this live. I know some of you lot watch it back also. So
Matthew, that's football fans for you, though, isn't it? They always do that. They always laugh at how long you've been without a title. Like the amount of when City was shit, obviously I had to win arguments against Man United fans, and they don't even know that they had a long trophy drought as well. Every club's had it. Every club has had a trophy drought of a certain amount of years. Every single club. But a lot of these fans that have supported Man United from the 90s or whatever don't realise that they've had this drought. So when they have an argument with you and they go, Man City was shit for 30 years. Well, yeah, you were also shit for 30 years. Did you know about that?
Feels like fucking 30 years now. I'm saying, but yeah, go on, carry on.
No, you don't win a league for 30 years. That's a long
Hey,
how long
less of that.
8 years.
Less of that. We don't need this. We don't need this negativity on it. That's a very bad question, as Mourinho would say.
22 years from now. Oh my God, my kids are going to be like 21. I'm going to be
you pregnant?
22.
Are you pregnant?
I hope so.
All right, cool. Malai MB says, Malai N'Golo Kante, aka Floyd Mayweather with the work rate, the most hardworking man on the planet. Keep doing your thing, innit? Fall asleep and miss the stream to get them likes up. Yo, love to NB because man always comes with the most creative names for me. Man calls me N'Golo Kante, Floyd Mayweather, Free Lungs FC. Like, yo, I fucked with him heavy in it. Love to, and that's not just to NB, that's to all of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's
sorry,
Indiana, don't take it. Hella disrespect, man. Don't have that.
22 years. I'm so right. 22 years. I'm 53.
And the rest.
52. Sorry, you're 53.
And
That's mad.
I love that.
Yeah, they don't work properly in it, so I don't actually know if I'm pregnant. Like, I won't know.
She'll find out when it drops and that. You know what I'm saying? So when she disappears off streams, you know why.
And I'm getting fat as well, so I don't even know if I'm putting weight on. So it's one of them. I'll probably be like, one day, and then you'll just see me on the timeline with my baby in the Man City kit, like, look, welcome. I don't know, whatever the name is.
Whatever that name is, you know. All right. Okay. Yo, love to everyone who has locked in. Much appreciated. I said the Mancunian Pearl. I'm out here, man. I can't wait to ball out again in that. That's me, the Mancunian Pearl, without the tech.
That's called Del Piero, you know. That's his name.
Who's called Del Piero?
My little cousin.
Oh, that's fire. That's still.
Yeah. Del Piero. He's old now. Like, he used to be like a baby years ago. There must be about 11, something like that now.
Del Piero, yo. Yeah, Zane, big facts, yo. Just whenever the water breaks and that. You know what I'm saying? Just whenever the water breaks. But right, boom. Love to everyone who has locked in. We're back tomorrow, people. So yes, we're back tomorrow. Like I said, immediately after the White Povetkin fight. So we'll be doing a recap. Myself, JK, Lindrix, and Beans. And then Sunday, we'll have the Sarcasm City podcast. We got a lot to discuss on the Sarcasm City podcast. So we'll be locked into, make sure you get locked into that at 9 p.m. And then after that, I'm not sure what time, you get your dose of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, us two alongside Ryan also. And then Kieran, Monday we go again.
Sorry, Kieran, yeah. We just discussed that on Man City Fan TV, man. Like, Sterling, man. I was saying he needs his iconic goal because he gets too much disrespect, right?
Because of the miss.
Oh, mate, nah, he's saying if he misses in a Champions League final, oh, mate.
Oh, mate.
Wow. I want Phil Foden on that pitch, man.
All right, cool. See us out anyway. See us out so we can close out the show.
Do you know what, yeah? Knee pun, right? That's not a thing. Like, if you think my kid is going to say, Mummy, can you buy me a Man United kit? They're getting disowned, mate. You know what I mean? Like, disowned. Do you think my kid is going to... No. I've got, like, most of my friends fought Man United. Like, my best friend, her granddad played for Man United, so they're like diehard Man United fans. But yeah, it's not going to happen. Like, she can have full custody of my child. Like, I don't want to be associated with that child. Like, what?
We don't really want to be associated with you, but we put up with you. Anyway, see us out, please, Jan City.
Yeah, they are. Right, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, you can let your children decide in it, but that's just not going to happen in my family. Like, they've got, you know what? I've got two sisters that hate football. Well, one of them supports Arsenal.
Big up, Stavs.
Why are you covering my thing?
Covering what thing? What did I cover?
Weird.
What did I cover? Cover what? What's she talking about?
That's so weird. Like a pink thing on my screen in front of my
screen. Don't get me on this side. I don't want to be here. Yeah.
Like, I can't see my face, innit? It's just covered. Who covered it?
What it is. I don't know. It's on yours. I can still see you. I can still see that smile.
Picture.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna go to bed now. But
no.
I just wanted to address that. So yeah, my kids are not having that freedom of choice. Like, it's just not happening. No, it's just not. But both of my nephews and my niece all support Man City, even though their dad supports Arsenal or Chelsea and their mum supports Arsenal or doesn't support it. So yeah, it's just not gonna happen. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. Well, not me, but Flawless. We'll see you tomorrow.
Big fights, big nights only. White Povetkin recap immediately after the fight. So I think the fight's at 10:30. So whenever it starts, whenever it finishes, whether it's a first round KO or it goes the distance, we'll be here discussing it, recapping it.
It has been 89 years.
Yeah, facts.
Bye, guys.